You are tuned in to Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. Big game here tonight at Bolsa Grande Stadium. La Quinta taking on Bolsa. I like to call it the little neighborhood showdown. It's going to be a fun one tonight. The last two games between these two teams have decided the playoff fate of Bolsa. If La Quinta would have won, it might have been them in the playoffs. But nevertheless, we have a good one going on. Joining me, as always in the booth, Dave Mamelli, GGUSD District Athletic Director. Dave?
Very excited. This is our best rivalry game here in the district. I know we're super pumped for it, and just came up from the sidelines, and everyone's ready to go down there.
And if you're watching the game, you see both teams in home jerseys. This is something special that we've kind of put forward towards our teams this year, since a lot of them, you know, it's a home game, right? Both teams play here, especially Pacifica Grove. Both of them don't play here, but it was a good rivalry thing to kind of do here. Both teams play. Bolsa, usually the home team, right? They're on that unfamiliar sideline to the east there.
Yeah, again, I love this uniform concept. Again, we've seen this in the college ranks with UCLA and USC. Again, we saw this earlier this year with Pacifica Garden Grove with the red versus black. And here we got red versus navy blue. It looks sharp.
I love it. So let's go. Let's get right into it. We're going to do things differently because we've seen these teams already. So if you're watching, you already know who your teams are. So let's see what's going on here. More graphic foolishness here. There we go. Okay, so we're not going to talk about the details of the schools. We know the coaches. We know Coach Stewart, Coach Acosta. They were both in the Garden Grove League, yada, yada, yada. We'll touch on that stuff later on. Let's get into the nitty-gritty here. Players to watch. Dave, I've kind of picked out a few here. We've got Tank Britton, Bolsa Grande quarterback, who's thrown for 956 yards. You see a different ball game from Bolsa than we will see from La Quinta.
Yeah, again, Bolsa, the last couple of years, Ethan Wynn was their quarterback, super athlete for Bolsa Grande. And again, we probably were a little worried of, hey, how's their passing game going to be with him leaving at that point? Obviously, big shoes to fill, but Tank Britton has done a great job so far this year. I think he has the potential to be a big difference maker tonight.
And, of course, we've got Mikey Haley, their junior athlete. He's more than a running back. He returns kicks. He's a wide receiver. He's a running back. He's got 8 total TDs on the season. Their leading receiver, Jacob Ortiz. And, of course, the freshman sensation from a few years ago, Nathan Fiaputa Jr. He's already made the All-League list 2 times. He's only a junior, and he's probably going to make it again this year, looking for a big game from him tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
And then for La Quinta, these are going to be names that you will hear all night. Cooper Starnes, 15th in the county in rushing, 776 all-purpose yards, so that's more than rushing. It's all-purpose yards. Then you have Michael Palacios, 429 all-purpose yards, and if that's not enough, Leland Latu, sophomore, 363 all-purpose yards. This is a team that runs the ball and runs the ball well, Dave.
Yeah, they have a system, obviously. They got a plug-and-play with running backs, obviously a stable of them that can all gain yards. Cooper Starnes, certainly in my opinion, is the best of the bunch, so I'm very high on him. He is a sprinter as well. In fact, he was the 100-meter champion for the Garden Grove League in track this previous year, but he doesn't really have a sprinter's body. He's kind of a thicker running back as well. He can run a power game as well as a speed game. So Cooper Starnes certainly tonight could be another difference maker, along with Tank Britton from Bolsa Grande.
And, we also see Cooper going down the field and making key blocks on some of those receptions and some of those runs. So let's go ahead and look at how these schools are faring so far this year. Bolsa comes into this game at 2-3, but a big win last week over Channel Islands, Dave, on Saturday, 38-0.
Yeah, a good bounce-back win again. They got, to be honest, that Ocean View score, I think, was a little surprising for them, losing 30-6. So Channel Islands going up there. Again, Saturday, 2 o'clock game, a little unfamiliar. Coming in with a 38-0 shutout. That's a big comeback for them.
And, of course, this is a brand new league. This is a Tango League. So we got Tango League football this year, even though you're seeing a familiar matchup in these 2 Garden Grove rivals that have carried it over. So Bolsa starts with La Quinta here tonight. Then, again, next week, another Garden Grove League reunion with Loera. Then Costa Mesa, Anaheim, and their 3rd Garden Grove League reunion to end the season at Santiago. For La Quinta, pretty good season so far, 5-0. They're averaging over 42 points a game, and last week a big win at Compton Early College Academy, 48-14. Dave, so we see the records here, 2-3, 5-0. If you're a person sitting at home, you think, oh, no brainer, 5-0 is going to take care of things tonight.
Yeah, no way. Again, this is a rivalry game. To be honest, records are thrown out the window. That is a cliche that we talk about a lot. I am expecting a close ball game no matter what. We will talk about Cal Preps later. They are predicting a close game as well. Very smart with that. But again, this is a big rivalry game. These kids grew up with each other. You cannot have any expectations with this game. In addition to that, again, La Quinta is off to a great start, 5-0 for the first time in a long, long time. But Bolsa Grande is going to be the best team they've played so far this year.
I'm going to say they're 5-0 for the first time, probably since 1990 or so. Actually, no, they might have. They went 5-0 back in 2017. I think they started undefeated before they met Garden Grove. I think they went 9-1 that season. So I'm gonna have to take that back.
We'll get our analysts on that and come back to you.
Elias Sports Bureau. Now I'll give my pick in a little bit, but let's go ahead and see what's going on around the district. Last night, a very shocking score to see Rancho losing to Estancia. This is Rancho's first back-to-back losses since 2017.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Enright throughout this week. They're dealing with some injuries and not being at full strength there. So, again, but certainly surprising. Close score, that's what you're going to see, obviously, in these leagues. The Sigma League is going to be tough. So close scores are not going to be a rarity, certainly. But, yeah, a little surprised. We thought that we might be seeing a 6-0 Rancho team playing a 6-0 Los Amigos team. And something we haven't seen in a while, Rancho losing back-to-back games.
So, yeah, it's a very rare thing for Rancho to do. And speaking of Sigma League football, we got Los Amigos at Ocean View. We saw Ocean View here a few weeks ago. That's going to be a very quick game, a lot of running.
It will be, and again, it'll be interesting to see how Los Amigos responds to that. I do think that Los is favored in that game. I think that, to be honest, Los is favored to win the league. But Ocean View, we saw a couple weeks ago playing this Bolsa Grande team, and Ocean View very physical up front, running the football. We'll see how the Lobos match that physicality.
So there we go. And, of course, we got Esperanza at Garden Grove. It's Garden Grove's homecoming tonight. Garden Grove, 4 losses in a row. Last time they lost 5 in a row was way back in 2011. So what do you think about that game, Dave?
Yeah, I think the expectations aren't real high for the Argonauts tonight against Esperanza, and I think that's where you got to be a little worried at this point. I know Coach Lamont is doing a good job with that program. Again, they've dealt with injuries as well, too. Not a lot of expectations for them to win that game, and so to be honest, this is a perfect night for them to have an upset and beat Esperanza on their homecoming. And,
of course, we got another Tango League game, Santiago at Costa Mesa. Santiago bouncing back last week with a good win over Gabrielino, a good tight ball game that you saw here on the stream.
Yeah, Costa Mesa, again, they're 4-1. Should be a tough game for the Cavaliers, but we'll see where they stack up here in this Tango League.
And then over there in the Omnicron League Pacifica, league favorite facing University team that Los Amigos took care of a few weeks ago. We talk about the Cal Preps projections. The projections have Pacifica winning 33-17.
Yeah, I think it might be a little bit bigger of a margin than that. I think Pacifica is certainly favored to win their league, to win the Omicron League. Again, I think we're going to tell a lot from Pacifica tonight. We could see an explosive victory for them. They are finally healthy at this point, and I think this game is going to tell us a lot. So if we have a close game with them, that might not be a good sign for the Mariners, but I don't expect that to be very close.
And right now we're going to do the national anthem, so we will be back with you shortly. Beautiful job there by the La Quinta Aztec Marching Band. So, like we were saying, we've got some good football across, but let's find out what happened last week. We had plenty of action. You saw right here on the screen, Los Amigos take care of Western Christian 44-12. Santiago took care of Gabrielino 30-23, and you heard updates on our stream last week. Corona taking care of Rancho, and I saw some of the stuff on Twitter, formerly or X, formerly known as Twitter, that Corona quarterback was a freshman who started last week. So very impressive performance by that young man. Of course, La Quinta taking care of Compton Early College Academy 48-14, and Bolsa taking care of Channel Islands 38-0. Now let's go ahead and I'll get into my prediction here. I think it's going to be La Quinta by 2 touchdowns. I could be wrong, but I think, and of course it depends. We talked about it earlier. It all depends on how things pan out. La Quinta hasn't faced much adversity this year, averaging 44 points. Their defense has been doing a good job holding back. Maybe the schedule a little bit in their favor early here in the season.
Yeah, again, I think that, Bolsa in my mind is certainly the best team that La Quinta has faced so far. I do think the start of this game is going to dictate how it goes. Again, La Quinta has been able to jump out to early leads on their opponents, and then at that point they can just run that ball into victory. They have not been tested yet so far being down early in the game. So if Bolsa is able to jump out quick, we might see how that adversity, how La Quinta's handling that here. But certainly, again, I do think Bolsa will be the best team that La Quinta's faced. It is a rivalry game. My prediction is I'm still going to go with La Quinta. I think this is their special season. But I'm actually going to predict exactly what Cal Preps has. I think that's right on the money. I think we're talking about a 1-point game, 28-27 La Quinta. It's going to come down to an extra point, which we've talked about a lot on this stream. Those extra points are pretty important.
And you know what? Thank you. We talked about Cal Preps. It was gone for a little bit earlier this week. We were worried.
We had a little scare, yeah.
So it's back, and let's see. I mean, that's why they use those projections to make these leagues, and they're supposed to be close. You're supposed to be spot on. So we're going to see what happens. Right now we've got the captains coming out onto the field, and we're going to see the captains for Bolsa here. Kaylin, if we can zoom in on the captains, because those numbers are a little bit hard to see from up here. Looks like we've got number 12. Tank Britton, number 60, I believe that's Mohamed Matus. Number 77, Jesse Hernandez. And number 65, Ivan Correa, if I am correct here. The referee, the stripe man, is actually it's number 69. I was wrong. Jeffrey Guerrero.
And we got the lineman and the quarterback. It's a good setup of captains there.
We'll get the La Quinta captains out here in just a little bit. So to start this game already on the sideline here for La Quinta, Jonathan Mejia's on the sideline. Looks like he's banged up a little bit. I saw him kind of limping to the sideline. We got number 22 here, Jeremiah Latu, who's probably a captain, probably just waiting for the other captains to come up. And actually probably not. So we've got the captains for La Quinta, and they're coming out here with a 5-captain crew. Looks like they're going to get out there and play some hardwood. Captains here for the La Quinta Aztecs, number 7, Jackson Clark. Number 50, who is not on the roster. Cool. Number 11, Michael Palacios. Number 8, Cooper Starnes. And number 51, Princeton Trung.
Yeah, and again, they're only allowed to take out 4, so it looks like Cooper Starnes is going to take a back seat at this point.
Dave, I forgot to ask. So a few weeks ago, I think it was against it was the Bassett La Quinta game. The captains walked out single file.
Yeah, that was strange. I was on the field for that. I didn't really understand that, but that was a request of the officials, and obviously we haven't seen it since.
So the only time we've seen it in our years of broadcasting here.
I was on the field trying to get a picture of them, and I thought that was very strange.
Yeah. Referees talking to both teams, laying out some expectations. A rivalry game, you want a clean game. A lot of these students did go to school together. Probably shared some time in the hallways there at McGarvin, maybe at Irvine, some of the local elementary schools, maybe Jordan.
Yeah, we hope it's not the case, but I think we can all expect there's going to be some chippiness here in this game between these two rivals.
Of course, we mentioned that the last two did go in the Matador way of things. But over the last 10 years, La Quinta leads this series 7-3, and I think the overall series, La Quinta does lead. We don't have all of the records going back, but La Quinta, a very good team in the 80s. Even when Bolsa had their little rise to the top.
Well, yeah, Bolsa, their only CIF championship was in '85, I believe. So yeah, they had a good team in the '80s as well too.
La Quinta with 8 Garden Grove League championships under their belt. Bolsa with 2. Did you get the results of that toss? We did. We'll figure it out. We'll be surprised. We'll all be surprised here together. Here we go. Week 6, Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics Tango League football action. First league game of the season. They all counted, but these count just a little bit more.
Yeah, this is certainly, they call it obviously your preseason and your season. And we are into the season mode now because this is going to determine whether teams make playoffs or not.
And the last 2 seasons, we've had to wait until weeks 9 and 10 to get this matchup, to get it in week 6 when stakes aren't as high. But if you're both of these teams and you know that this game has been the game the last 2 years, it means a little bit more. Good turnout here for La Quinta. The La Quinta crowd here dressed in camo. Not sure what the theme is, but
I think you hit it on the head. I think it's camo.
It's a camo theme?
Yeah.
La Quinta, always one of the more spirited schools. I don't want to say anything about Bolsa's crowd, Dave. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, but they really didn't have to travel.
They didn't. No.
They did. They could have walked here if they wanted to. La Quinta is now on the sideline. They might have 2 more people than Garden Grove had.
Well, we're early. Let's see.
They might trickle. There's a lot of traffic going down Theodora.
They're still a California team, so give them 20 minutes, 25 minutes into the first quarter. We'll see here.
We'll let them slide. I mean, you could have even just threw the band in there and made it look a little bit more. So it looks like La Quinta will be returning the kick. Bolsa kicking off here. Back deep to return for La Quinta, number 11, Michael Palacios, and number 20.
15.
Oh, no, 11 and 15. Oh, yeah. I was blocked by the pillar here, number 15.
Michael Wynn.
Yeah. Let's see what Bolsa does here. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if they do a little pooch kick, maybe a surprise onside.
Yeah. I think, you can remind me, I think we saw that from them in their game against Oshu, the last game that we streamed with them.
And I think they recovered it, didn't they?
It sounds familiar.
As long as we don't have no special teams gaffes like we did with La Quinta and Bassett, we'll be good. His kick received there by Palacios on the left side around the 15. Good little block. Gets maybe a gain of 5 before he's swarmed by Matadors. That's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the La Quinta 20-yard line. We've got Vincent here from Bolsa and Caitlin from Rancho, as always, holding things down to my right side.
Again, as we mentioned pregame, I think the start of this game is going to be very, very important for both teams. So let's see this opening drive from La Quinta's offense and Bolsa's defense. Who's going to set the tone? As we've mentioned in previous screens, line of scrimmage going to be very important. Who's going to control that right off the bat?
Especially for if you're Bolsa, you want to control that line of scrimmage to disrupt that La Quinta running game. Of course, for La Quinta coming out in a tight formation, trying to see where Cooper Starnes is here on the field. He might be lined up as the left slot back over there on the other side.
He is, yeah.
Got a man in motion. Clark dropping back to pass, looks to his left. That's going to be a quick little dump off. That one received by, I want to say, Leland Latu.
Yeah, I believe that was Michael Haley coming up on the fill and tackle there. Again, able to make one person miss in the backfield, but again, I believe that was Haley. Good job coming up, filling. Even with a missed tackle, they're still looking at a 1-yard gain for Bolsa's defense, so good start for them.
See what La Quinta decides to do here. A little bit of probably trying to catch Bolsa off guard. Bolsa probably preparing for a run on that first play. Quinta again lining up under center. Fake pitch, yep, counter to Starnes to the left side. Bolsa line winning so far. That handoff to Palacios goes for maybe an inch or two. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Again, as we've mentioned multiple times here with the Quinta in previous games, again, they are known obviously for running the football, but they have a great one in Jackson Clark. Jackson Clark, very good athletic quarterback, but can also throw the ball as well too. So these situations here where you're looking at 3rd and 9, 3rd and long, they do have the capability.
Still under center here, but they've got 4 wide receivers. Clark drops back to pass, looks to his right side. He lets that one go. Number 22, the intended target. Leland Latu, the intended target on that play. Incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
Yeah, Latu was stopped a little short on that and then had to catch back up to it. But good opening series for Bolsa Grande. We talked about that opening series, very important in this game. I do think that Bolsa controlled that line of scrimmage. That'll be big. If you force La Quinta into passing situations, they have not been doing that much throughout the opening part of this year because they haven't had to. They've had a lot of success in that running game.
Don't have the stats. Not sure how many times La Quinta's been stopped on their first drive. Special teams key. Let's see if they can get this off. Not a bad punt.
Yeah, as we've seen, special teams a big factor. In fact, it was a big factor last night in the Rancho Estancia game. A big turning point in that game was a mishandled snap by Rancho in the special teams game. Again, we have seen that repeatedly here on our streams, but we're hoping for a clean exchange, center to punter or center to placeholder. Keeping our fingers crossed. You guys keep your fingers crossed at home too.
Just want to take this time to say the district, Garden Grove Unified, is having a job fair on October 11th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Come and find out about some of the job openings we have here in Garden Grove Unified School District. It's over at Lincoln Center, located at 11262 Garden Grove Boulevard in Garden Grove. Handoff to Haley. Handoff to Haley around the left side. He gets taken down in the backfield. Loss of about 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, number 66 here, so Gio Rosales there with the tackle. Again, we talked about controlling the line of scrimmage. La Quinta defensive line, we had 3 Aztecs in the backfield there, so their first play on defense here worked out in their favor. Again, tackle for loss from Gio Rosales.
4 wide receivers here for Bolsa. Handoff right side. Haley again on the carry. Gets a good gain on that play, Dick.
Yeah, it's still going to be about 3rd and 4. Again, I think we're going to see this a lot here. This is definitely, in my mind, 2-down territory for the Matadors. If they get stopped here, they're going to go for this on 4th down. But playbook's open for them with that, being 2 downs, obviously. But 3rd and 4, we'll see. Britain's got the call.
Yep,
see what they come out in.
We've been accustomed to Coach Acosta just going ahead and going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, they're one of the more aggressive teams on that.
Trips right for Britain. Drops back to pass over to the left side. Lets that one go. That's going to be complete. It's going to be a 1st down. That caught by number 5, Mark Navarro, who we've called many times over the years.
Yeah, and again, Britain, excellent timing pass there. Just a little quick speed out. He had his 3-step drop, hit him right on the money. Again, very impressed with Britain so far this year. Ethan went on the sideline, giving him some coaching tips. It's working out so far.
Bolsa spreading the oh wow, that was a nice one, a designed screen there. It's caught by was that Navarro?
Yeah, Navarro again.
He took a little hit, but he's got the 1st down.
Big hit. Maybe we'll take a look at that.
Let's go ahead and get that replay. Any trips left here for Bolsa. Those linemen must have saw some daylight there. Thought they were going to get a good hit, but took a big hit. And a little bit of a, close to a, I don't want to say a targeting, but the way he kind of lunged at him.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of big hits in this game, I think.
Swing pass to Haley to the right side. Eludes one guy, gets taken down by number 22, but not after getting a gain of about 5 yards on the play. Jeremiah Latu on the tackle. You are tuned in to Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. Make sure you share out the link and let everyone know we got some high school football David Mora here, joined by GGUSD District Athletic Director Dave Mameli. Always happy to bring you the action. Second down here from the 25 for Bolsa. Handoff to Haley, right side, still on his feet, close to the first down, and may have got it.
You're seeing consistently, La Quinta's going to have to fix this, but you're seeing consistently so far with all of Bolsa's plays, they are making the first man miss. If La Quinta is missing their first opening tackle here, this is going to be an easy night for Bolsa Grande. So La Quinta's got to shore that up, make sure they're making these open field tackles. Otherwise, Bolsa's going to continue to spread them out and just take their one-on-one matchups and see if they can break a tackle or two.
First down here from the La Quinta 20 for the Bolsa Grande Matadors as they're sniffing the end zone. Britton takes the pass, snap, drops back the pass, looks to his right side. He's got a man, and it's going to be just overthrown. That intended receiver was, I believe, Mark Navarro.
Yeah, throwing into the boundary there. That ended up being kind of a 1-on-3 on coverage there. See if they come back to that play and go to the field side instead.
About halfway through the first quarter here. Again, we talked about it, La Quinta. We don't know how many times they've been down, but I doubt they've been down with the way they've been scoring this season.
Yeah, and we mentioned, again, opening drives, very, very important.
It's going to be a penalty on the play. And you know, David, it's all about landing that punch, right? If you have an undefeated fighter, and it happened with Tyson, right? Tyson back in the early 90s was just running through everybody, and the first person to give him a good punch was probably Buster Douglas, right? And he ended up taking him out. Sometimes when you get a team who's on a roll and they haven't had any adversity and you give them that first taste of it, sometimes they don't respond in a way that's going to help them overcome it. Not saying that's going to happen to La Quinta, but that's always a possibility.
I think Mike Tyson's too old now for the younger viewers, or he's still too much of a legend that they know who he is.
The guy who's fighting the Paul.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. That guy. Britton, other side this time, Dave. It's going to be incomplete, intended for number 3, Rudy Carrillo.
Yeah, I talk about this a lot when we get to these situations, but again, you get a passing team or a spread team and you get them down in the red zone and things become difficult for them because they do not have as much space. They've got that end zone and that end line that they can't go beyond. And when you close up their space that they have there, we've seen time and time again offenses struggle to find some consistency and success.
Britton drops back to pass, looking, rolls to his left side, still on his feet, lets that one go. It's going to be complete.
Good catch.
Is that
Good
Navarro
find.
or
It is
Haley?
Navarro. That's Navarro.
Here
Yeah.
we go again. First down, Bolsa Grande, ball at the 2-yard line, depending on where they spot it. It's actually, at the 2-yard line.
Good job by Britton extending that play there, and great job by Navarro. He wasn't open, and then the ball came in the air, and he'd exploded out. Good job getting the catch down, getting 1 foot inbounds. And Matadors are cooking right now.
So Matadors knocking on the door of the end zone here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if La Quinta can make a stop or if Bolsa is just going to make this a formality and get the ball into the end zone. We got
maybe Anthony Bell here gets the call. He does. Ooh, good.
Beautiful.
Phil.
Not Joey Leas.
No, that's
the number we don't have. We're going to try and get that number, especially if he's going to be making plays like that here tonight.
Yeah, but great, penetration into there, getting that stop. Again, took a first and goal from the 2, and now we're looking at a second and goal from the 6.
Certainly changes your approach here.
I'm going to see a roll out to the right here.
Got a man in motion. Britton, rolling out to his right. Lets that one go over the back corner of the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown there by Navarro, are we going to guess?
No, I think that is.
No, it's number 2. Jacob Ortiz on the touchdown there. Oh, don't know why. See, sometimes screwy things like that happen. There we go.
Yeah, Ortiz with a great catch. That ball was just floated over a couple defenders there, and Ortiz with great presence to be able to get his feet down inbounds as well, too. I know in previous games I've covered this year with Bolsa, when I'm down on the field taking some pictures and videos, Ortiz has had some great catch and certainly some great footwork along those sidelines.
So here we go for the all-important extra point.
We got it.
Here we go. We don't get too much of those, so we get a little bit excited when we actually see one.
When we see a PAT conversion, we are happy. But again, we mentioned this before the game. What's going to happen if Bolsa comes out and strikes first? And again, Bolsa's opening part of this game is exactly what they want. They got a 3-and-out when they were on defense, and they just marched down the field and scored. So we're looking at 7-0 Bolsa Grande. How does La Quinta respond here with them not being down much early on in this season?
So yeah, they're gonna tell us a lot on this drive here to see how they really respond. And back deep to return, of course, Michael Palacios and Michael Wynn, the two Michaels. It's going to be Palacios on the return from the 15. Gets to the 20, the 25, makes a move. Another move. Little spin move gets him up to the 30-yard line, and that's where La Quinta will be starting their second drive of the game.
Yeah, number 21, Anthony Bell for Bolsa Grande. Second time on a kickoff here. He's just come screaming down and delivered a big hit. So, again, you see that a little bit more in these rivalry games here. Guys are a little bit more amped up playing their local rival. I expect we're going to continue to see that throughout the night. I think if you're La Quinta here, though, you don't panic. You're still going to run your normal script. You're going to run your normal playbook that you have. You don't have to start going out and getting into passing formations or passing situations. Just come out, run your game plan. You're down one score.
The good thing about that, Dave, is the passing game was in their game plan to start the game, so let's see if they kind of try and go to the run here. Here we go, a pitch to the right side. It's going to be Cooper Starnes.
Yeah, that's
and
what
there we go
want.
at the 40-yard line. He's going to get close to the first down.
Again, that's what you want, is get blockers out in front of Cooper Starnes. Let him pick and choose which gaps he's going to end up filling. But great response there for La Quinta. That is a first down. We've seen this from La Quinta also throughout this year, that if they find success with a particular play, they're going to go back to it over and over and over again. So don't be surprised if we see that toss play to Starnes a couple more times on this drive.
It's their first good chunk of positive yards here on the night. That one to Latu around the right side. Still on his feet at the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And they're going to catch him at the 1-yard line.
First down, wow.
Wow, my goodness. 1-yard line touchdown saving tackle. That is the younger Latu Leland on the big carry for the Aztecs. And they are knocking on the door of the end zone. That was what, a 69-yard, or no, that's a 59-yard run or so?
Yeah, great job hitting that sideline. Again, keeping his feet in bounds and then breaking out. I think he probably got that ball across, but referee was blocked by the defender there.
I was too excited to call for the replay. That's one we probably would have wanted.
Vincent's got free reign, I think, from here. Vincent, you see a big play, you got it.
Vincent, if you hear me get animated like that, go ahead and hit the replay. It's going to be a touchdown. Cooper Starnes.
So again, excellent response from the Aztecs there. Exactly what they needed, like we talked about. They didn't panic. They ran what they were going to run, had 2 toss plays, and they went down 70 yards on that. So great job for the Aztecs. Whole new ball game. We got 7-7. See how these two teams settle in now.
70 yards and 70 yards in a hurry. Now La Quinta's turn here for the extra point. It's up. And it's good. 7-7 tie, 3 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Rivalry game action. La Quinta, Bolsa, living up to the hype so far.
Get you guys some quick updates here throughout the game. I know we're in the first quarter of most of our games, but only one update to show, and that is Pacifica up early 7-0 over University. So again, good sign for the Mariners. I expect that game is probably going to get out of hand in the Mariners' favor, and they're off to a good start, 7-0 over University.
Eddie Zarate and Mikey Haley back deep to return for the Matadors. Bolsa kicking that one off. It's going to be Haley. He's going to let that one roll and then pick it up at the 15-yard line. Takes it to the 20. Goes to the right side. He's got some room. He's at the 25, the 30. He's at the 35, the 40, the 50. He's at the 40. Dave, he's going to get pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
I thought he had that corner there, but just stepped out.
And let's go ahead and take a look at that replay. As he let that one go, it was a little bit of a scary start there, but beautiful blocking there by the Matadors and some over pursuit there by the Aztecs as he just steps out of bounds.
Yeah, looks like kind of unforced there too.
Probably say, you know what? That's a move where you're saving yourself, right? You don't want to take a big hit. You give yourself up. Not bad, eh?
Or maybe he'd rather have a.
He wants to. You know what?
He'd rather have a passing touchdown than a
exactly.
kickoff return. So
that's an unselfish player right there, is what we're going to call it. It's a timeout here for La Quinta.
Tell you what, Coach Stewart's not happy again. He had to take that timeout. Looks like La Quinta only had 10 on the field, so they were missing someone. So again, La Quinta's down that timeout. Not a huge deal here in the first half.
Coach Stewart talking to the referees about something. Probably pointing something out on the last play, maybe a penalty that they perhaps missed.
Probably a hold, yeah. Again, you know, every yard is going to matter here in this game. Again, we are expecting a tight ball game. Me a little bit expecting a closer game than you are, but I do think we're going to have a close ball game. And again, 10 yards, 15 yards, that could be a huge difference in this game. Especially if we get down to, as we've seen in games in the past, last team that have the ball, you know, those 10 or 15 yards to go with time winding down could be a difference.
So Bolsa taking over at Bolsa with the ball at the La Quinta 43-yard line. Big return by Mikey Haley.
La Quinta rushing 3 on their defensive line here.
Quick pitch. Looks like Navarro. He's got some room. There's a flag on the play, though.
Yeah, that's usually what happens is when you draw attention to holding, the referees are going to look for that. The problem is now that Coach Stewart was asking for a hold on Bolsa, and he actually got one on La Quinta. Or sorry, on Bolsa here.
Yeah,
so
that's going to be, that was actually Zarate on the carry.
Again, good coaches will know that. Again, we are all for respect to referees. They have a good, hard job to do, and they do a great job most of the time. But good coach will know that. Make sure they're looking for things they may be missing. Backs up Bolsa here. They're going to be in a 1st and 20. If I'm Bolsa here, I go back to kind of the open passing game they had. Do a quick now route, a quick timing route. Get the ball in your athlete's hands early. See if they can make another La Quinta defender miss. Get a little play action. There we go.
That's gonna
open
be complete.
field. That's what you want.
Carrillo still on his feet, gets taken down at the 40 or at the 38-yard line, so he's going to get a lot of those yards back.
As I've mentioned, if I'm Coach Acosta, I'm doing that all night. You have a lot of playmakers on this Matador team. Get them out in open space, see if they can make one miss on a tackle and just get extra yards at that point. But huge gain there. We're talking about a 15-yard gain on just a simple 5-yard out.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 4 yards to go from the 42-yard line, 41-yard line. 4 wide receivers for Britain. Navarro, had that ball.
Still like it. Again, this is 4-down territory for the Matadors. They got 2 plays to get that 5 yards there. No need to panic at this point. Just run what you're going to run. We have Haley coming back in here.
Probably going to have Haley and Bell here in the backfield.
Yeah, tough option there if you're La Quinta. Again, La Quinta does not blitz a ton. 3-man front for them on defense. Looks like they are.
Yep, they're showing blitz right now.
They are walking up.
Hand off to Bell to the right side. He's going to get the 1st down.
Again, that's a tough assignment for La Quinta. Like you said, when you have Bell and Haley in the backfield, and you are certainly worried about Haley from his speed, in that case, he gets used as a decoy. Tough assignment to try to stop that.
You know, we're used to seeing Nathaniel Fiaputa on the defensive side of the ball. It looks like he's playing more of an offensive line role here tonight. He's over here at left tackle.
Big game.
Trips right here for Bolsa. Britton drops back, looks to his right, lets that one go.
That should be a penalty. So again, little wide receiver screen there. They release the lineman. They're getting upfield. And again, you cannot have linemen upfield unless that pass is behind the line of scrimmage. Looked like that pass got a little bit ahead there. Let's see, do we still have time for a replay? See if we can get that.
Yeah, we should.
We see here just outside.
It was just a little bit too late there. We got I believe 30 seconds on the replay. Let me get back to game time here, and there we go. That one goes for maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, short gain there. Again, we're going to bring up 3rd and short. Again, as you're watching, know that Bolsa will be in 4-down territory at this point. They're going to go for it on 4th down no matter what they do at this point forward going in.
La Quinta needs one of those offensive linemen to get back there and maybe make a stop in the backfield. Trips left here for Bolsa. Bell in the backfield with Britton.
Might see another rollout here coming down to the camera side.
Oh, got him.
You know, that is a new play. I've never seen that before. You ever seen that in a game where you do a hard count?
with only 2 yards to go. You know what? I'm surprised they called it. Last week, we saw a lot of guys, going into that neutral zone and
didn't cross. Yeah, said they didn't cross. So yeah, if you've watched our stream, you know we talk about that a lot. That hard count on 3rd and short. It's the oldest play in football, and it's still around for a reason. It works every week.
Matadors just looking like they're going to run the same play again. Quick pass over to Zarate. He gets taken down almost immediately.
Again, that's what you want if you're La Quinta. When they do those now routes, if you can be sure tackled, again, instead of having a 15-yard gain like we saw in the last one where they made a miss, now you're looking at 2nd and 8. That is manageable for La Quinta, and you would love to see that.
Clock running here, close to the end of the first quarter. Looks like Bolsa might just let it hit zeros. And yep, it's the end of the first quarter here at Bolsa Stadium. We're all tied up at 7. Rivalry game, Tango League, Week 6, right here on Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. Dave Mamali here joining me in the booth.
Yeah, certainly not a surprising score to me. Again, I think this game is going to be tight. Coming out of the first quarter, 7-7. That fits right in. We do have Bolsa Grande driving at this point. I think we are seeing a potential game here where it could be the last team that has the ball is going to win. And we've seen that so far in these drives. A lot of success so far from both teams in their drives down the field.
It's going to come down to a field goal, Dave.
Yeah, we'll see. Stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have happened here. We're going to get a quick look here at our canine friend here on the sideline. I believe that's Hart taking a little breather.
Yeah. Again, the most famous person in this stadium. We just saw them. Not person, I guess. The most famous soul, let's say that.
The most popular thing on 4 paws. Bolsa with the ball at the 18-yard line.
Screen.
With the band playing. It's going to be a first down and some. Oh.
Good hit. Good pop there.
Touchdown saving tackle at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, so that was Palacios. So, again, you're going to see that a lot in our games where we have guys playing on offense and defense. And, again, Palacios there with the touchdown saving tackle, a big hit for La Quinta. But, again, good methodical drive here from Bolsa Grande. I love what they do.
Of course, back there you see Cooper Starnes Looks like he's lined up at linebacker.
Yeah.
You go first down and goal for Bolsa.
See if they just plunge ahead here with Bell. Toss.
Oh, flag on the play, but toss to Bell. He's going to get tackled maybe after a gain of 1.
I think a formation here. So this should back up Bolsa Grande.
Gives them a little room to work with, right?
That's true. It's not the worst thing in the world.
We've seen them go to the end zone through the air. I'm sure they won't mind having a few more yards to play with to get Britton out there and create some space for his receivers. Update, the Pacifica crowd has increased. I mean, the Bolsa crowd.
Yeah.
Bolsa, I'm still stuck on.
How did you know Pacifica's crowd?
I bet you they've increased pretty good down there, too. And University is a far drive.
Yeah, the Bolsa crowd has increased. Again, we talked about giving them the first quarter.
Same formation for Bolsa. Britton getting ready to take the snap. Same play, left side. Bell.
Wow.
He's going to get into the end zone that time. No stopping him.
Let's get a replay on that. You're going to see here great blocking out front from Bolsa Grande. So again, Bell's going to get the credit on this, but look up top at your screen. We got a couple pancake blocks here by the Bolsa Grande linemen. Great job.
Linemen doing a good job keeping those La Quinta linemen from going to the edge there and shutting the outside down. Here we go, PAT time. Kick is up, and it's good.
I don't want to jinx this, but we're 3 for 3 on extra points.
Bolsa Grande 14, La Quinta 7 early here in the second quarter. Again, it's about how La Quinta answers here. I think they're going to answer nicely. It's probably about what adjustments is Bolsa defense is going to make to try and stop that running game.
Yeah, again, La Quinta answered back on their last drive with 2 toss plays. And again, we thought they went about 70 yards on those 2 plays for a score. But yeah, big thing here. Again, I think the key at this point is do not panic. If you're either team, do not panic. You know this is going to be a close game. You can't afford turnovers. Turnovers is going to be a big issue as well, too. So just take care of the ball and run your game.
The 2 Michaels back deep to return for the Aztecs. Nguyen going to get this one at the 10-yard line or so. Takes it up to the 20, 25. And gets leveled and stood up by 3 Matadors at the 24-yard line, and that's where they will start their 3rd drive of the ball game. Last week, Santiago Gabrielino, I believe, was at the game where there were 2 drives for each team in the first half.
In the first half, yeah. I think there was 2, and I think Santiago got their 3rd in the 2-minute hurry up that they were able to get down.
That's right.
But yeah, that was a very strange thing we hadn't seen very often.
A lot of time being chewed up by both teams. Here, not so much. Quick scoring drive by La Quinta. Some more methodical drives by Bolsa. Of course, they had that nice kick return by Mikey Haley to set them up on that last drive. So in a handoff, looks like to not Starnes, because I see him walking around.
Yeah, that was just a keep, I think, from Jackson.
That one got nowhere. It's going to bring up 2nd down. It's actually, it went somewhere, went backwards. It's a loss of 1 on the play.
See, we got Dr. Heflin, our assistant superintendent, is here, talking to Hart down there.
Getting the ins and outs. We're going to have a special guest here with us on the stream. We're going to get her set up. Jackson Clark on the keep again, calling his own number. Gets taken down. You want to? So we're gonna wait for Fran to get up here. We have Tiana up here. She's gonna wait for Kaylee. La Quinta girls tennis going to be represented on the stream in just a bit. We have a third down here for the Aztecs.
Yeah, I was at La Quinta girls tennis a couple days ago. Got a good win over Estancia. They're undefeated in league. I'm sure we'll talk about that, but great program.
Yeah, there we go. So we've got them here. Are you guys ready? Yeah. So go ahead, and what you'll do is, since there's two of you, go ahead and just like talk into the microphone here, and then go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Okay. Hi, my name is Tiana.
Hi, my name is Kaylee.
And what are you representing here in the booth tonight?
Oh, we are representing girls tennis for La Quinta High School.
And I just heard right now, Mr. Mamali just said you guys are undefeated in league. So tell us so far how each of your tennis seasons has been going.
I think our season has been going really well this year. And for me and my partner are undefeated as of right now. So it's going really well.
You want to shout out your partner?
Oh, my partner's name is Katie Ngo.
Okay, there we go.
For me, so far the season has been going very well. So far, me and my partner Sophie have been learning and improving.
So let's take a look at this replay really quick, ladies. That was number 22, I believe, on that play.
Yeah, Jeremiah Ladu.
See Jackson Clark rolling out to his right, throwing that one into the middle of the field. Ladu getting that play and just running over. It's a big body there to try and take down. So both of you doing really well. So what is it that you both love about tennis? Why is it that you play tennis?
I like playing tennis because I feel like I'm a very competitive person, and I like the competitive nature of tennis because I feel like most times students that play tennis have already had previous lessons, and so I feel like I like being up to the challenge of playing tennis against people that have already had experience.
And so how many years have you been playing tennis?
I've only been playing since my freshman year, but I played like on and off in middle school with my sisters.
Oh, wow. And Tiana, what about you?
Like what Kaylee said, when I was younger, I took tennis lessons when I was about 7 or 8.
Okay.
And I took it for 2 years until I kind of took a break in middle school, and I started playing again my sophomore year. And I think just not only the sport is such a fun and dynamic play style, but I think the people and how everyone kind of comes together is what makes it really fun for me.
All right, awesome.
Tennis is very unique also, and you guys can speak to this maybe that, at the high school level, tennis is an individual sport, but it's also a team sport. You are competing as an individual, but you're also competing as a team of individuals, and you get team wins potentially, but even if your team doesn't win, you can do very well as an individual and you move on with that. So why don't you guys talk about that a little bit, just about the different scenarios there of how CIF looks like with that, with team and individual?
So for tennis, it's a little different than other sports. So like for volleyball, the team advances as a team in CIF, and that goes for tennis as well. But we also have CIF individuals, which is where the top 2 league pairs in our league go to play in CIF against every other doubles pair in CIF. And so you can win a league title in CIF alone instead of just as a team.
So have either of you made the playoffs?
Yeah, so last year, me and my partner, we won league champions for the Garden Grove League, and so we advanced to the CIF playoffs, but then it was against really good schools, so we lost first.
Individual CIF tennis playoffs are very hard. They are, it's not as many divisions as other sports, so you're going against a lot of the Laguna Beaches, the Coronel Del Mars. You go
those
against
lifelong tennis players with the private coaches and all that good stuff, So all of our athletes are scholars first. So tell us a little bit about like your school life, like what classes you're taking. What grades are you in, actually? I probably should ask that at the start.
We're both seniors.
Okay, so you're both seniors. So you're at that time where you're kind of probably planning for the future, probably have already or getting close to apply for colleges. What are each of your future plans looking like?
My future plan as of right now, I hope to get into the medical field, and in La Quinta, there's a lot of classes where they offer that, such as biomed and human body systems, which I've both been a part of. And not only that, but I've taken a lot of APs and honors, which I hope to contribute to my path in the future.
So are you in CTE classes? Are you in that in the medical pathway? Awesome, cool. We got a big focus on our wonderful career and technical education program. I just want to drop
just
this.
got a new pathway, right?
We're
Yeah.
getting a new pathway, skilled trades. So for people who are interested in plumbing, why is it escaping me? Electrical work. If you're into carpentry, it's going to be a great program. But yeah, it's good to have someone who's part of the medical pathway on here. I'm working on a video actually to show our parents next month. And then what about you, Kaylee?
Oh, just like Tiana, I'm also in the biotechnology pathway. And so my junior year, I took human body systems. And then this year, I'm taking biomedical innovations. And I'm also planning on pursuing a career in the medical field.
What school are you planning on getting into? I don't know if Tiana, if you mentioned it, Tiana, did you?
I'm applying to 4 UCs, and I'm hoping to get into UCSD. 'Cause I want a
Okay.
dorm.
There we go.
Yeah, my dream school is also UCSD.
Okay.
I hope to apply to UCLA and Cal State Long Beach, as well as Chapman University.
That's so good.
Awesome,
Yeah,
yeah.
We have some great schools here in California. Those are some great universities to be a part of.
So we talked about you guys in division, a little bit about your classes. Tell us about a little bit about La Quinta and the campus life and how it is over at La Quinta, because I know just from seeing different things come from them and doing social media posts that La Quinta is one of the most spirited schools. So you guys want to touch on the campus life a little bit?
I really like the campus life at LQ just because there's so many clubs that you can participate in, and we have so many service clubs as well as leisure clubs. So for example, we have a baking club or like esports, and for service club, I'm a part of Kiwins, but there's also Key Club, and we're both a part of Key Club International, which is an international service-based organization as well.
Nice. So you guys are very involved, is what you're saying. Wow. What about you, Tiana? What's your favorite part about the La Quinta campus life?
I think my favorite part of the Quinta campus is that I think everyone in the campus is very involved in like La Quinta and their activities. I think like everyone has a passion, and there's always something in the school that represents who they are. And not only that, but I feel like the teachers, the coaches, and our advisors, they all take a very deep part in what we do as well, and they really help us through that.
Now I don't want to throw a curveball at you, but do you guys know the District 3 goals? I do it sometimes. I do it to APs.
I do not know that.
Can you name one?
Ooh, what was the question?
Academic.
There we go. They named one.
And do not mind the man that's on camera here that was lipping it. Yeah.
We're trying to help them. But it sounds like you guys are thriving in goal one, academic skills. You each are gaining academic skills. You're gaining personal skills, playing tennis and doing all that, participating in campus, creating a warm and welcoming climate. And you guys are well on your way to goal three, lifelong success. Kaylee, Tiana, I want to thank you for joining us. Let's get you back out there and help you watch your team. Maybe you can will them to get some points on the board to tie this game up. Good luck, not only in tennis, but in your academics. And I hope both of you get into the schools that you want to get into and go out there and change the world. Thank you for
so
joining
much.
us. Looks like La Quinta gave the ball back to Bolsa.
Wide open.
We're going to have a touchdown to the 30, 25-20, 15, 10-5, touchdown.
Navarro again.
Let's get that replay going, Vincent. Navarro, second pass received and ran into the end zone of the night.
Blown coverage here for sure, so a little confused on what should happen. Again, he thought he was coming out. DB jumped up. Man, Navarro wide open. Big change.
80-yard touchdown for the Matadors, and they now take a 2-score lead. This is really going to get interesting, Dave.
Well, we had talked about this a little off camera. What happens if Bolsa does get up 2 scores? And again, we're seeing this now. How is La Quinta going to respond? But again, Bolsa, Coach Acosta has got to be happy with his group here. They are playing exactly the game that they want to play.
This is certainly a different Bolsa Grande team than what we saw here 2 weeks ago against Ocean View.
Yeah, again, that's why I think that game against Channel Islands, they got a little of their confidence back. Obviously, this was going to be a big game for them no matter what, but you know, it feels good when you're driving back on the bus ride home and when you're practicing that week after you won 38-0 and then you're going into playing your rivals. But Bolsa, again, they have a lot of quick strike capabilities. They have a lot of great athletes. We talked about Tank Britton being able to throw that ball. They do have quick strike, but as we've seen already tonight, La Quinta has that same thing. So being down 2 scores now, I do not believe that the Aztecs have been down 2 scores at all this year. So this will be very interesting, this drive, see how Coach Stewart has his guys rally up and respond.
Now I believe Bolsa will be getting the ball back to start the second half. So if you're La Quinta, you're going to want to get something going here. There's 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. They can score quickly. So if they can score quickly here and get a stop, they'll be in business. Nguyen with the return here. Takes that ball to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, again, going back, talking about La Quinta Tennis with the girls that were here. Again, La Quinta Tennis, a great program throughout the years, obviously. They one of their stronger programs that they've had. And going into new leagues now, we've seen a little struggle. I know even talking about Garden Grove Tennis, they have had a streak of 11 league titles in a row. And now with the new leagues, they got bumped up, and they're facing some different teams now that are presented a different challenge. And so far, La Quinta being in the top league of that Orange Grove, they have just hit the ground running like they have. Again, they're undefeated. I expect they are probably going to win a league title for girls tennis. So happy to have those girls up here and representing their school.
One thing they did mention was esports, and La Quinta, one of the premier esports programs in the county. They actually made a few years ago the CIF championships there for esports. This handoff to number 11.
I think I've seen a banner hanging in the gym for that.
There
I think
you go.
I have. So.
Michael Palacios on the carry gets little on it.
Yeah, if you're La Quinta here, to be honest, I would go back to those toss plays that they had. Again, they have just as good as athletes as Bolsa Grande does. You know, the tight running formation they have, sometimes it gets lost there, but their athletes are very good. If you get them out open in space, I think that's where you're going to find some success tonight against Bolsa. So I'd like to see that a little bit more. Get some toss plays going here. See what you can do with Starnes out in the open or Palacios out in the open.
Let's see if they listen to you here, Dave.
There we go.
Gets the pitch, right side. Tries to make a move. Eludes one guy, but gets taken down.
You're looking at this right now. If you look on the screen, there are 10 matadors around that tackle. And that is exactly what you want. That is great pursuit there. They're stringing that play out. There is no open seams for Palacios to find to cut up there. So great job by the matadors, great pursuit.
La Quinta needs to try and you know, get a little fake going here. Maybe run that fake pitch, get a little counter play coming back to the other side and hope the matadors bite.
I like a rollout with Jackson Clark as well, too. Again, he's very athletic. You know, we saw that last week as well. If you have the ability as a quarterback to tuck the ball and run, it is a big added benefit. And that's what we see here.
Yeah, trips left. He lets that one go, just tosses it up. There's a lot of I don't know who this is going to be on because Palacios.
It's going to be defensive. So, yeah, this will be a first down for La Quinta. Again, I love the deep passes because, again, you run that option where you can get a completion, and even if you don't complete it, you run the risk of pass interference on them, which, again, you're getting 15 yards at that point. It's a big chunk of change. We talked about 15 yards being a big difference here. La Quinta with that drive-saving penalty against the Matadors.
And they got this ball with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the half, and it's already 3:29. So if they can score here, they're going to leave Bolsa with little time, even though they didn't need that much on the last drive.
La Quinta is not very well practiced in hurry-up mode. They like to take their time. They like to make sure they know what they're doing. So up-tempo is not usually something that they do well.
Keep in mind, both teams do have at least 2 timeouts. Palacios in motion. Pitch out to Starnes around the left side.
Yeah, that's their game. If I'm Coach Stewart, I'm running that play to the field side every time.
Gain of about 6 yards on the play. That brings up second down.
I know, again, we talked about, you know, mixing that ball around a little bit here, but you got to have a score. And in my opinion, if you got to have a score, I'm running toss to Cooper Starnes.
Speaking of running, that clock is running now. 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. Bolsa holding on to a 2-score lead here. But La Quinta on a nice little drive after a penalty gets them the first down. Ball at the 48-yard line. Palacios in motion. Pitch once again to Starnes around the left side. He's got some room. gets out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. They're going to give it to him actually at the 35.
Again, I think Coach Stewart has got this down now. Again, these toss plays are getting them big chunks every play they're running them. So that's what I would continue to do. Again, you're seeing this right now. They're going into the boundary. That means they're going into the short side of the field with that toss. So Coach Stewart must see something that he likes, the advantage he has there.
Let's see if we can see what he's seeing out there. Maybe they're overloading the open field. Latu in motion.
Fumble.
And he falls on it.
Yeah, so they were running a trap there. A little counter action with the toss and coming back underneath, and Clark just mishandled it ever so slightly, but was able to fall back on top of it.
Brings up second down and 12 here for the Aztecs. Ball at the 38-yard line.
As you mentioned, clock still running here. Again, we're starting to get into a little bit of trouble now with the clock and the distance they have to go.
They do have 2 timeouts. Let's see if Coach Stewart decides to use them at any point here, maybe after this play. Latu in motion over to the right side, and we've got...
Looks like timeout, Bolsa.
So someone decided to use it, and it was not Coach Stewart. I wonder if Coach Acosta was trying to see what they were going to run there before he decided to call that timeout and decided to...
Maybe just didn't like the look either. Let's use this time, see if we can get some updates on our other games going on. We have Esperanza is up 14-0 over Garden Grove at this point.
I'm very interested to hear how Los Amigos is doing.
I don't have an update at that yet. Pacifica is in the second quarter. They are up 14-0 over University. Right. That game going about as expected. And so far, no update yet for Santiago.
Does this actually let them know what's expected? Cal Preps calling a 31-17 victory for Pacifica. Of course, Los Amigos beat University 34-14 or 33-14 early in the season. So here we go, second down and about 13 to go here for the Aztecs. Ball at the 38-yard line. They're looking to cut this 14-point lead down to 7 at least. Latu again in motion, pitch over to the right side to Starnes. Makes a move, gets away, flag on the play.
Yeah, we're gonna end up with a hold. This is gonna be a hold on the Quinta. So clock will still end up running on this once they chop it. So they're not going to get the benefit of the stop clock either, but yeah, I think this is coming back 10 yards.
Oh, no, it's a face mask on Bolsa, even.
So La Quinta, yeah.
Worse here.
La Quinta gets the best of that one. So not a hold at all. Again, a face mask on Bolsa Grande. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, obviously an automatic first down, and that is big. That will stop the clock as well. So we are stopped at 1:46 here. La Quinta is going to have the ball inside the red zone.
Look at that, all the way at the 16-yard line.
Again, that's a spot penalty, so it's where the face mask took place. So we are looking at, the 16-yard line with 1:46 left.
Now all of a sudden that clock is not that much of an issue, especially when you've got timeouts. So let's see what Coach Stewart decides to do here. First down and 10.
Yeah, and I don't think we should have wound that clock there.
Two in motion, fake the pass, hand off to Palacios. It's maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on the play.
Yeah, so now we got to go. La Quinta's having Jackson Clark come over and get the play. That's what they normally do. Again, with the clock running at this point, that's your big time constraint that you have, is getting that play to the quarterback on the sideline and then having the quarterback run back in. So again, we are looking at almost 20 seconds since that last play. It's a lot of time to give up here.
The Quinta crowd making some noise here.
Another Bolsa Grande timeout, I think. Yeah.
That might be their last. They might have one more timeout. I don't think they've taken one this half. 44 seconds left to go here in the first half at Bolsa Grande Stadium. David Murray here alongside District Athletic Director Dave Mamali. Kaylin and Vincent joining as always, running things behind the scenes. Aztecs looking to cut into this 14-point lead. They will be getting the ball back, or they won't be getting the ball back after halftime, so getting a score here is key if they don't want to possibly go down by 21 points. Here you go, La Quinta getting back out onto the field after that Bolsa timeout. So let's see what they can draw up here. The two in motion. Starnes on the handoff.
Yeah, they're just
nothing going.
They're not finding much success on inside runs tonight.
Of course, you got number 55 in the mix as he's back on defense. Nathan Fiaputa on the tackle there.
Yeah, we got a timeout by the Aztecs that should leave them with one remaining.
34 seconds left to go here in the first half.
So a lot of things in play here. Again, one timeout left, 34 seconds on the clock. We're looking at third down. So a lot of scenarios here for timing of this. I would suspect we probably see a pass play here from La Quinta.
And again, that's taking them kind of off their game. They haven't really done too much of that on this drive. But that one pass attempt did get them.
Well, again, La Quinta is very good at drawing you in, making you think it's going to be a run, and then finding a play action or a rollout and trying to hit that deep shot or that crossing around the middle we see. As we mentioned so far tonight, doing that here backed up against the end zone, it's a little bit more difficult to catch the defense off guard at that point. There's just not as much spacing.
Palacios in motion, pitch out to Starnes around the left side. He goes back to the middle.
Great tackle. I think that was Ortiz. No, that's number 6 there. So Mohamed Baya, I believe, for Bolsa Grande. So great job coming up and filling in on that tackle.
Clock stopped. Looks like La Quinta did take that final timeout. Got a shot of the crowd here. Good little turnout for La Quinta. A good shot there by Kaylin.
Make sure you check that out on their TikTok, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that won't be the only one they have tonight either.
So here we go. It's actually fourth down here for La Quinta, so it's do or die. Palacios in motion. Pitch out to Starnes around the left side.
He is first down. So first down, clock's going to stop while they set the chains.
They set it, but 19 seconds left to go.
Going to be a first and goal. Jackson Clark is going to spike it. He is yelling at everyone to get set. They're going to have a spike. It's going to be second and goal after that spike. Good job there. Yeah.
Jesse Hernandez.
Jesse Hernandez trying to pull off. I forget who did that, but we've seen that in the NFL before where someone has intercepted a spike. And Jesse Hernandez doing his best to try to make that at the high school rank.
That's football IQ. He's an O-lineman, so he is one of the smarter ones on the team.
So again, yeah, we're looking at 15 seconds here. It will be second and goal after that spike. Only 3 yards to go. A little precarious of a situation here because La Quinta is going to want to run this ball in, but if they don't get in, I don't know if they have time to get back up and run another play, whether it's a spike or just run the same play over again.
I guess you better just run to the short side and hope you can get out of bounds.
You can always roll out past 2, and that gives you the option for an incomplete.
So here we go. Jackson takes, that's going to be a penalty. It's going to be at the 1.5-yard line now.
So not much of a penalty there. Again, I know a lot of coaches. Looks like a timeout.
Oh, wow.
Timeout was called. But, yeah, talking about offsides when you're backed up here.
Who had it? Oh, so Bolsa took their last timeout.
Yeah. When you have an offsides and you know, you're going against a team that's first and goal from the 3, first and goal from the 3 or first and goal from the 1.5 is not much difference. And so trying to be able to get that penetration from the defensive line, a lot of people don't really care about that offsides that they're going to take. Again, I think if I am La Quinta at this point, I'm rolling out with Jackson Clark. I think that gives me the best option to be able to pass. He can run it in, obviously, if he has that, but time is obviously a factor. If you cannot get in, it's okay to just throw the ball away and save that time. And I believe we should have second down, right?
Yes, it should be second down. That should be second down because they spiked the ball to stop the clock.
So, yeah, we have the down marker is wrong, I believe.
The down marker's been wrong a few times tonight.
There we go. Roll out. Good. Throw it away if you don't have it. Oh, back across his body. Touchdown.
Oh, wow. Beautiful play. Let's hit that replay. That's Palacios on the reception. Beautiful job by Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson Clark with a great job. Normally, this is a scary play for quarterbacks, throwing back across your body and across the formation. But Palacios, you can see him sneaking away there. Yeah. So obviously, that's a design play. Great job from Coach Stewart and his staff. For that touchdown. La Quinta is going to end up being down 1 score here, hopefully 7 points with this converted PAT.
Was that?
That was going to be good. So it looks like we're going to have offsides on Bolsa, though.
They blew that before the ball was snapped, though. Are they going to let them?
No, you cannot decline that because they blew it before. That's a dead ball penalty.
Whoa, let's see if Coach Acosta says anything about that.
No, so they said decline, but they're still going to re-kick. So they can decline.
They don't want the yards.
Yeah, they don't want the yards. And again, just, with your PAT kicker, let him do the same spot he always does. So that's the logic in not taking the yards there.
Let's hope the refs didn't ice him. Nope.
He got it, yeah.
That's good. So La Quinta cutting this lead down to 7. That's timely because Bolsa will be getting the ball here and the ball after the half. Now, keep in mind, if you're kicking off to Bolsa, just squib it. Don't kick it up in the air. They had a really nice return. Haley can do damage. So just do the smart thing and just let this ball kind of roll around. And
yeah, you might even see, if you're really worried about it, which they might be, just kick it out of bounds. Take the penalty at that point. Of course, now you have the option. You can make them re-kick, obviously.
Look at Hart. I wish my dog behaved like that.
Yeah.
Hart, she just can't be bothered.
Well, let's see. When people get around her, she likes the belly rub too.
Yep, they kick it to the right side, to the second level. That ball is just rolling around. Let's see what they do.
Oh. Go forward.
With Zarate just running the ball back.
I think he was a little confused there.
Trying to not run, though.
Well, until they touch it. It's got to be when they touch it. But, a little confused there that he doesn't have to run out of bounds to stop the clock. Once he's down, it'll stop on that kickoff. But now certainly I would think maybe Bolsa just takes a knee or gets a nice little inside zone here to end the half.
Yeah, let's.
You are in a situation, though, you're backed up here. If you're going to run the football, you got to make sure that you are protecting it.
Yep, that's why you probably take a knee, keep it protected. They're in shotgun. They're passing. Britton looks to his left side.
And that's the half.
Okay. That's going to be halftime here at Bolsa Stadium. Bolsa with a 21-14 lead here on the Aztecs. We're going to take a little break, but when we get back, we're going to have an interview with two of La Quinta's girls soccer players. So give us just a moment, and we'll be right back with you. Yeah. So go ahead and okay. So here we go. You're gonna go. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead, and here we go. We've got the booth cam on. So let's go ahead and who do we have here in the booth? Introduce yourselves.
I'm Marina Barca.
I'm Natasha Jaramillo.
And what are you representing up here today?
We're representing girls soccer.
Yeah.
Okay.
La Quinta girls soccer.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about La Quinta's girls soccer. How did you guys do last year? And of course, you both mentioned it. New league. How do you feel about that? And how do you feel about your chances this year?
Well, last year we made it all the way to CIF, and the year prior to that we made it all the way to the finals.
Right here at Bolsa against, was it Magnolia?
Magnolia, yeah.
Magnolia, yeah. That was a tough game.
And not only did you make it to finals or to CIF last year, but you won league, right?
Yes.
Yes.
For the first time since 1990.
Yeah.
Hey, what a way to close out the Garden Grove League, right? You guys take control of it, and then you get into this new league. So what are you looking forward to this year? And go ahead and put the mic a little bit closer since we got the band
Okay.
serenading us.
Well, this year we're also looking to defend that title of league champs and hoping to make it a decent CIF run. Yeah, see how far we can go.
Okay.
I'd just like to add that, like, obviously now it's gonna be different since we are in a new league, but we're looking to still, like, obviously still go for that league champ again.
And why do you guys play soccer? What is it about soccer? And how long have each of you been playing?
Ooh, I've been playing for a while. I'd say like beginning of middle school is when I really got into soccer, like playing club and stuff. And I just started playing it because I was like, I want to join a sport. And then I really got into soccer and had a blast with it. Yeah.
For me, I started playing when I was in middle school too, but I started getting more into it my freshman year, and I just kept playing with it because I liked how like physical it was, and just the adrenaline it brings you like during the games.
I like that. So you guys are athletes, but the first thing about our students is a scholar, right? Scholar athletes. So tell us a little bit about the education side of your time at La Quinta. What are you guys involved in? So Natasha, you said you're a part of Avid, right? And then you said you're a part of Marina, Avid, Natasha, Drama. So let's talk about that. First time we've actually had Avid and Drama represented on here, so you guys are doing a good job here tonight. So no pressure, but it's up to you guys to sell it, right?
Yeah. I joined drama like freshman year. That was my elective. I didn't really know what to think of it. I mean, I joined and I was like, okay, this will be fun. And then it was really fun. I joined that fall play my freshman year. It was pretty nerve-wracking, but it was so much fun. Like, we have after parties and stuff, and those are a blast. We go to Denny's. They hate us.
Yeah, those late night Denny's afterwards,
Late
huh?
night
Yeah, they don't
Denny's,
like
yes.
them.
We go to the one like near Miles Square after every like our closing night. It's a blast. We have a ton of fun.
Now, so you mentioned the PAC earlier. You want to talk about that nice new relatively new building and just how awesome it is to have that on campus?
Yeah, I got to experience that my freshman year. They did not have that before like my year because COVID and stuff. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, it's super nice in there. We got like really cool lights. The tech booth is amazing. And it's really nice in there. Super cool. And the backstage, big. It's like huge. You can like, we hang out back there all the time during shows. I mean, obviously we got to be quiet, but yeah, it's really cool.
And
nice.
of course, that thanks to the community and the bond measures that were passed a few years ago, measures A and P. So what about you, Marina? What are you involved in? You mentioned a program that we like to promote around the district. Go ahead.
So for me, Avid, I joined it my freshman year, and it wasn't very like my choice, but I'm kind of glad I was like forced into it because it did like allow me to like see different schools in person, and it also gave me the opportunity to like see what I want to do in the future and like what I actually like. Since I wasn't able to like take extra classes because of Avid, it gave me like an idea of what I wanted to do in the future.
So you brought it up, the future. What are you looking to do in the future? What career plans, maybe goals, and what schools do you want to go to maybe?
For me, I want to do general marketing, and the school I'm really looking at right now is UC Merced, and I'm really looking to do general marketing for my bachelor's, and then later on do my master's for sports marketing.
Here we go. Awesome.
Should be back in the booth in a couple
I
of
know,
years.
yeah, there we go. We'll save a spot for you. And Natasha, what about you?
I'm looking to go into business management.
But I'm really going to college to play soccer. I
There you
got an
go.
offer currently from CSU Pueblo in
Breaking
Colorado.
news, right?
Yeah.
Breaking news right there. Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Probably gonna take it. It's super cool out there. I've already been out there once, quite a few times. And yeah, but I'm really going for that whole like college soccer experience.
There we
Like,
go.
It's gonna be super cool.
That's
We'll make
awesome.
sure when we get our college signing day, we'll make sure that
Yeah.
we'll get you some publicity. What's their school colors?
Wait, let me guess. Is it green and orange?
No,
Like-
it is.
It's
like,
a smaller school, but I was trying to take a
It's-
stab at it.
red and blue actually, like
Wow.
two pretty. Like you normally see those pitted against each other. Although I think the
Yeah, like
soccer
Bolsa.
uniforms-
I was gonna say, yeah, you got your arch rival in Bolsa, yeah.
Although I will say their soccer jerseys lean more towards the blue aspect of it.
Okay.
But the navy blue. But yeah, it's like navy blue and red. Yeah, those are like their
Nice.
colors.
There we go. You know what? I want to thank you guys for joining us, for taking some time out here. Get back out there. Hopefully your team continues what they did there at
Come
the
back,
end
yeah.
of the first half there. And again, good luck to both of you. Appreciate you coming up here and representing not only your sports, but your interests in Avid and drama. And good luck to both of you in the future and during the soccer season. Hopefully we see you guys bring home another league championship and make that CIF run. And hopefully this year, fingers crossed, you're here and it's you guys at the end of the night celebrating, and not an Anaheim school.
No raining or wind on that night either.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So thank you guys. We'll let you go. We're going to get back to halftime. We got to rest a little bit. We're going to be back in about 5 minutes or so. Until then. We've got Bolsa lined up here for the kickoff return. La Quinta still warming up after halftime. A little bit of gamesmanship maybe from Bolsa to get this game started.
Yeah, we'll give you some quick updates here before we get started back with our action. So a couple games going on. Don't have updates on all of them, but we do have Garden Grove High School right across the town here. Esperanza 28, Garden Grove nothing. So that game not going the Argonauts' way at this point, but Pacifica at halftime at University, they're up 28-0. Again, that's what we expected to happen. And Pacifica's off to a great start in the Omicron League.
So here we go as we get ready to start this second half. La Quinta ended that first half by cutting this lead down to 7 points. Let's see what Bolsa can do here with their first drive of the second half. And that's not going to be a deep kick. Smart decision there by La Quinta, as Haley almost burned them earlier in the game. So let's see what Bolsa can do here. They're going to start with the ball at their own 38-yard line. And right now, I think I better mention that we have a special guest for the first time this season. Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Education, the impeccable, the wonderful, the undeniably amazing Dr. Stephanie Heflin in the booth with us.
Oh, David. Thank you. Yes, I've been out at some games this season. I just haven't come up to the booth yet, so I wanted to make my way up and say hi to everybody.
Yeah, we were going to have you on in the dreaded week 1 debacle, but I didn't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
We bounced back though. We bounced back though. We're on a roll.
Yeah, we did. We're all good. We're up and running. Things are looking good.
Yeah, sounding good, feeling good.
Feeling good. New logos, new things, new spotlights.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's good stuff.
Growth here. The growth mindset. We always talk about growth mindset, right? That's what we have here. We're trying to introduce new things. I don't know if you heard last week, we actually had a phone interview.
Oh, no.
We had Mr. Nurk live from Utah. It was beautiful. That pass complete. It's going to be a first down for Bolsa.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is we might have Dr. Heflin here rivaling Todd Nurk in terms of analysis of the game. But, yeah, Mr. Nurk couldn't get enough getting out in Utah. He had to call in. So that was a first for us.
I love that. I'll have to talk to him a little bit about that next week. That's awesome.
Well,
now I know. Now I know if I could just phone it in from the track.
Yeah, call it in. We are all about it. You know, it's funny because me and Dave had talked about it. It's like, hey, I can connect phones to this mixer. And then Mr. Nurk's like, hey, maybe we should do a phone interview. Ha, ha, ha.
Well,
and I'm like, hey,
serious.
Speaking
of. That's
going to be, almost intercepted.
One of those things you got to remember around this place is you mention something like as a joke, maybe as a suggestion, and you never know the next day it might be happening.
That's what we do.
It's wouldn't it be great if, and then you finish the sentence and make it happen.
Yeah, it's like, okay, by the way, we're doing it.
Wouldn't it be cool if? That's my tagline.
Yeah, so this streaming all started with Band Showcase.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
And then it went to
exactly.
And then it went to Spelling Bee. And now we're here at football.
Confetti cannons and all.
Yeah. Britton drops back to pass, rolls out to his left.
Oh, he's got him.
He's got him open. That's going to be a beautiful catch there. Still on his feet at the 20-yard line.
There you go.
That's
number 5, Mark Navarro.
Yeah, Navarro's had a big game so far for the Matadors. But again, we talked about that. Tank Britton just out rolling around, keeping the play alive. No receivers were open at that point, and Navarro just able to slip away from his defender. Great reaction play there from Tank Britton.
Quinta's going to need a D-up over here.
La Quinta defense having some trouble here tonight as Bolsa has scored on almost all of their drives. Of course, that drive at the end of the half, not really one that we count.
He's looking.
He's got a man. Oh, Starnes gets a hand on that one. So Bolsa going to the air and trying to get into the end zone here.
Yeah, I think they got to go back to what they did a lot in the first half. Again, just quick now routes, out routes. They had a lot of success with that, mixing up with some rollouts and some deep passes here and there, but don't get away from the game that got you successful. Again, they've been making La Quinta defenders miss on the first tackle. I think they got to get back to that.
Got trips left here for the Matadors. Britton getting ready to take the snap. Fakes to Bell, throws to his left side.
On cue.
That's complete. Was that Navarro again?
Yeah, and again, I think that's their game. They've had a lot of success with that tonight. I think they keep that up. Again, if they're going to keep that up and keep scoring on their drives, I don't think La Quinta can catch them tonight.
Brings up third down here for the Matadors.
Take a look down here at the bottom of the screen for Jacob Ortiz. Let's see if they've got something dialed up for him.
Brayton was under center, decides to get back into shotgun formation. I thought they were going to pull some trickery there. Handoff to Bell, left side, breaks through, gets the first down. It's going to bring up first and goal here for the Matadors from the, looks like 8-yard line. Dr. Heflin, we have you here. We've got some new and exciting things going on at the secondary level.
Yes.
Of course, the big thing, the new skilled trades pathway.
Yes.
You want to touch on that a little bit?
Sure, yeah. Well, we have in Garden Grove Unified, we have a very robust CTE program happening at all of our high schools, and we also have STEAM classes happening at our intermediates. However, we are going to have a 15th pathway starting in the fall of 2025. Oh, here we go.
That's going to be Bell around the right side.
Good
Can he get to the
fill.
edge? Beautiful
Great
tackle by
job.
That was
Palacios.
Palacios, great job filling and coming up and making that one-on-one tackle.
So we're going to be starting in the fall of 2025. We're going to have our skilled trades pathway starting over at Rancho Alamitos, focusing on carpentry, welding, HVAC, and other skilled trades that we can connect our students to for great opportunities for their careers post-secondary. So we're really looking forward to that.
And of course, if you want to get more information about that as it comes out, it's a cte.ggusd.us, and you can look at all of the other pathways. As Britton rolls out to his left, lets that one go. It's going to be a touchdown.
There you go.
Yeah, good find there.
That's going to be number 3, Rudy Carrillo on the reception. And the little chippiness there that we mentioned earlier. So yeah, cte.ggusd.us. You can find out what CTE pathways are offered at your campus, and there are plenty to choose from. You've got pathways in medical, automotive, business. You've got marketing, you've got product design, fashion,
hospitality, automotive.
Yeah.
We have so many choices, and every high school has a certain amount and certain pathways that you can take. And if your school isn't offering what you're looking for, we can always take a look at other schools if you're interested for that skilled pathway. However, everything that we're offering, there you go. Here's your point.
So 28-14, Bolsa extending that lead back to 14. Let's see how the Aztecs answer here on this following drive.
Yeah, so we have so many programs happening right now, particularly in CTE. A little known fact, approximately 77% of our high school students currently are in or have completed a CTE course or pathway, which is very high. 77% is a very high number.
And the wonderful thing about CTE is it expands on that old school, home ec, that old school shop, that old school wood shop, and it's really just evolved, just like everything else has, to be more than just those specialized classes where you're making a birdhouse. No, these students are, they're in the culinary classes. They're not just making eggs; they're baking cookies. They're
wow.
Yeah, we were talking to some of the Quinta tennis players earlier, and again, I think both of them said they were in medical bio.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like hospitality, it's a great one. I mean, we live in Orange County. We are a tourist mecca, and so just our hospitality pathway is something to be explored. But these kids, they're catering full events. They're planning major menus for hundreds of people. It's the next level, and it's not just how do you make dinner for yourself.
And they've done a lot of district events where we've kind of been at, and it's really great to be able to showcase them like that. They also participate there at the competition that's sponsored by the Northgate Markets, and I know Rancho's done really well at those. So it's awesome to see that these programs, they're not just classes. They're actual full-fledged programs where you're getting life, career experience that you can use and move on with.
Absolutely.
Mohamed Baya there on the tackle. Again, a good job coming up and filled, stopping that La Quinta toss that's been so successful tonight.
The other thing is we have such an opportunity for internships as well, particularly in that summer between junior and senior year, where we're talking 4-week internships at a business or industry sector with a week prior and a week after working on resumes, interview skills, all the things that you need to go out and get a job. So it's a really well-rounded program, and we're looking to get those students ready to go for whatever they decide to do once they leave our schools.
And, you know, these aren't these old school internships where they're getting coffee and fetching paperwork. They are actually hands-on learning. I visited one company, was like a mechanical company where they install ACs at big, like large, I'm talking like commercial AC units. And the students were working in AutoCAD programs, and they were like on the computers being hands-on. And it was really cool to just see how they were talking so passionately about being involved in that internship.
Right, and how often do you get those great business connections as a 16 or 17-year-old before graduation, before you've even hit your senior year, to be honest?
Yeah, it's awesome to see.
Yeah, we're excited. We're excited about all the things that have happened already and all the potential opportunities that lie ahead. It's good stuff. We're in a good place right now.
Third down here for La Quinta. They need to get something going here on this drive. Pitch out, left side, Starnes tackled almost immediately.
Yeah, it looks like that was
Zarate.
Eddie Zarate, yeah, with it again. Bolsa Grande has figured that out on their one-on-one open field tackles. They are converting all of those, and that's been a problem for La Quinta on their defensive side here. But the previous play, Jackson Clark with a deep pass out to Jeremiah Latu, and that was almost completed, but just beyond his reach there. And now La Quinta's punting the ball here, down 2 scores. This is now getting into a little trouble territory for the Aztecs.
Not only that, we're halfway through almost the third
quarter.
quarter.
And a fumbled snap.
No.
We talked about it.
And that's going to be in the end zone? Is it a safety?
No, it's going to mark him down at the 1.
Wow.
Looks like the 2. So
you almost would just want the safety at that point.
We have talked about that, about the center exchange on those punts. It's been a big problem with games that we've had, and we see that now there. And this is an opportunity for Bolsa to really strike here. And I don't know if they would put the game away just yet, but they're getting close if they get a score here.
I guess if you're La Quinta, you're happy because maybe 1 second comes off the clock here if they score quickly, but wow, what a turn of events here.
Yeah, this is obviously a huge stand here for the La Quinta defense. They need to come away with 0 points for Bolsa. And again, they're capable of it. We've talked about it all night. Bolsa is now at a disadvantage with their game that they have because they don't have the spacing down here because of the end zone and the end line.
They're going to have the ball at the 5-yard line. I thought that was much closer to the end zone. So let's see what they decide to draw up here. Britton, handoff to Bell, up the middle, touchdown Bolsa.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting here for La Quinta because they're going to be taken out of their normal game that they have. They're going to have to adjust their offense a little bit because time is at a big disadvantage for them now. So, again, we mentioned multiple times tonight, La Quinta has not been down by this all season long. So we'll see what Coach Stewart has and the reaction of the team, but they're going to get fired up a little bit. I'll be honest, I don't like the body language there on that sideline at this point.
It's very lackluster right now.
Got a slight problem with the scoreboard here. We'll get that fixed, I'm sure they will.
Got a flag. Is that delay a game?
Delay a game, yeah. I was going to say, I'm very hopeful that we could have a full game here with all PATs converted.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope this penalty doesn't affect that. I don't think we've had a game where we've had all PATs kicked through, so.
Really?
No, yeah, it's been a rough go of it. It's been rough.
I had not realized that.
We've had bad snaps, blocked kicks, short kicks, kicks that went right, kicks that went left.
That's good, though. We're on a good streak.
There we go.
Things are turning. It's league play.
Well, that's true.
It's different now.
We've just got to get over into that league play.
Now, if you're La Quinta, your offense, you're not that far removed from a bad drive. You need to shake that off and come out and do something on this one.
Well, as we've mentioned multiple times tonight again, they have quick strike capability. Their guys can make somebody miss and be gone. But it is going to be very interesting because this is not in their comfort level of what they've had. It's not what they've seen so far in the 5 games they played this season. They have been up early and have been able to grind the game out. And credit to Bolsa Grande. They've come out striking, and they're going to have to, or La Quinta's going to have to adjust to this now.
We haven't mentioned this at all, but the OC Register, OC Varsity, did come out with their league picks last week. And they said that this league, the Tango League, was going to come down to week 10.
La Quinta Anaheim, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure Bolsa had that up in their locker room all week long.
There's some motivation for you.
And I'm sure Estancia definitely tuned into our streams and heard us talking about that big Rancho Los Amigos matchup next week.
They got sick of us saying it was going to be 6-0 versus 6-0, right?
Yep.
Well, if they're tuning in, we'll take it.
It's those types of things you just need for motivation. That's all.
That's what I'm here to offer. I did say La Quinta would win by 2, so you're welcome, Bolsa. I'm excited for that Los Amigos Rancho game nonetheless, though.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Definitely.
I know I'm going to disappoint a lot of the Rancho people because I am picking Los Amigos to win that game.
Oh.
Jackson Clark going around the left side, taken down almost immediately by number 22, Fernando Angeles.
Yeah, I'm super impressed with Bolsa Grande's tackling tonight. They've been doing a great job, and it's reflected for them on the scoreboard.
Clock running. Time management. I know it is early, but you would figure you might want to think about it a little bit. We've got an injured Aztec.
Yeah, like we talked about at the end of the first half, that's really not La Quinta's style. They don't really have up-tempo. Obviously, they can do it in an emergency, but it's not their style. They like to take their time. They like to have the quarterback come over. They still do have some time. Again, they have some quick strike capability. You're not going to panic with 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
It looks like maybe a cramp.
Yep.
You could have too, not claiming this, but you could have strategic cramps that come up too that help you out with time management. So
I have those at work around 10 o'clock, just on the ground. Gets hard sometimes. Gets overwhelming.
we need to make sure we get a camera in your office to see that. So.
Mine's more of a mental health break.
Is that what that is?
I work in an office with no windows, so
that is true.
It's
great for all your film editing.
It is. I mean, there's soundproofing in there, so it's like padding. So it's almost like a padded. Sometimes I'm in there just shaking a little bit.
But you're doing great work down there, David.
We are trying. That's what we do. We are giving our best effort to bring everyone the best quality, everything that we can, from graphics to videos to printed material. Speaking of graphics and printed material, graduation banners for the class of 2024 now up in all cities. So if you're driving down Brookhurst, Euclid, Harbor, Westminster, Trask, I mean everywhere. Even in Fountain Valley, Westminster, if you're La Quinta, you have them in Westminster and Fountain Valley. Bolsa, you've got them on Magnolia, on Brookhurst.
District office too,
District
right?
office too.
Morning. And new design, you're going to be able to tell exactly what school it is this year, as we did school colors.
Trap.
It's going to be a first down.
Cooper Starnes, just a quick little dive trap play there.
That was what I was going to bring up. We have a new design, which looks great. Thank you to our PIO office. It looks good, David Mora.
You know what? I was excited.
I
was excited to be able to do that.
I was excited to be able to collaborate a little bit on that one, because I think the school colors bring a little bit of life to it. You can know where it's school, because sometimes when you're driving down the street, you don't have time to read while you're driving.
In that logo, sometimes it's too small, so to be able to just figure it out right away. And, we were at Abby and I, my boss, we went to the Women's Civic Club today to speak about some district stuff, and by far the biggest reaction was when we talked about those graduation banners. Look at this. Here we go over the middle. The 2 intended receiver just overthrown. Joshua Noguera, who is a quarterback listed on the roster.
Yeah, we'll see how this shakes out. Jeremiah Latu has been open a couple times here in this game. They haven't been able to connect there, but I can tell you that toss pass is something I saw multiple times from La Quinta last year. Again, haven't needed it so far this year, but I guarantee you that won't be the last time we see that tonight.
When you're going out for those passes, you got to just keep running. You can't pause like that.
Yep.
Never pause.
Just got to trust your quarterback.
That's right.
And sometimes, you look back and, your body follows your eyes.
Yep.
And that kind of throws you off your route there.
Most definitely.
The second down and 10 here for the Aztecs from their own 40-yard line. Palacios in motion, quick handoff to Starnes up the middle, a little trap there. Gets about 4 yards on the play, brings up third down.
Again, a lot of pulling action here for La Quinta. Again, when we talk about trap, we're talking about a defensive lineman that is allowed to go forward and a pulling guard that's going to come and block him out, and the running back's going to run right inside of that pulling guard's butt.
Got it at Matador here. Looks like maybe another cramp.
It is, yeah. We've talked about this on previous streams. Let's see if maybe Vincent and Kaylin, you guys remember what you do for cramps to get cramps to stop? We're getting some blank stares.
Yep. Actually, I've got one. What are the 3 goals?
Oh, yes. Oh, boy.
Kaylin's got it.
Kaylin got one.
Kaylin's got it.
I didn't even have to tell her. She got that one on her own. Cool. We'll get there. Next week, we'll
try again.
Next week,
We'll try again, definitely.
Next week, we'll get there.
And when we say next week, we mean Thursday, not Friday. So you got 6 days.
Yeah, it is. It is actually Thursday.
Yes, Thursday's the Los Rancho game. Yeah.
Kaylin's done a good job
Excellent.
by staying home on Thursdays to focus on her academics.
Good.
That's why she knows the academics, because she is goal 1 in full effect every Thursday night. And I make sure that I let them know if they've got homework, stay home.
Well, we had that too. We had Vincent last week or the week before. He went to the college fair, right?
Vincent went to the college fair last week.
And that college fair was so successful, let me tell you. Have you guys talked about it at all?
We talked about it. No,
Prior?
we haven't.
It was great.
Yeah.
Advertised for the October 11th one,
Yeah, it was great.
So, we advertised for a college fair, and actually that's a job fair day for the job fair on October 11th. That's
get my fairs confused.
And that one's open for the whole community. So parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, anyone who's interested in working for Garden Grove Unified, let me tell you, it's a great district to work for, a lot of room for growth. You can start in one job and then branch out. You get your foot in the door and you can go places. We've had custodians become counselors, custodians become teachers. You have instructional aides who have become teachers, and there's a lot of programs that help our classified employees
we have a grant program.
pursue careers in education. So if
Yeah.
you want to make that, if you want to do that, you want to make that jump from classified to the other side, that's always good.
Classified and certificated pathways, definitely in our district. I think all of us, we've been here a number of years. I started here as a substitute teacher 25 years ago.
I started here 17 years ago. 18. 18 years now. Oh my goodness, it goes by in a blink of an eye.
Big 4th down here for the Aztecs.
No penalties for Bolsa. Play smart. Beautiful to cut the. Oh no, he gets around the edge. He got stuff. Ooh, let's see where they spot it. That's a first down.
Yeah, even with that first down, I got to tell you, I am so impressed with Coach Acosta's team tonight with their pursuit and their tackling. That is a winning quality for this Matador team, and if they keep that up tonight, they're going to be fine. I don't see La Quinta coming back at that point.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of not giving up those big plays.
Correct,
I think they gave up one.
Yep.
That one long run.
I know in my coaching days, that was something I always implored my team with is, hey, if we can tackle, we're going to win this game when we're up. If you don't tackle when you're up, you're going to let them come back in. But good job for Bolsa. Again, I like what La Quinta's doing. I love the toss play to Cooper Starnes. I think that's their winning formula as well.
You know, we mentioned a lot of guys who play both sides of the football. You've got Zarate in there. You've got
pursuit.
We've seen Haley lined up at on the defensive side. So, you know, you've got these guys in stellar condition.
Again, as we've talked about, we're seeing it now here. La Quinta is not an up-tempo team. Again, this is what they're used to. They're used to running the ball. They're going to take their time. They're going to huddle every time. You know, we've seen on some previous streams, teams never huddle at all, and they still take their time. They're getting the play calling from the coach, but that is not La Quinta. They are a huddle team, taking their time, make sure everyone knows what they're doing. It's hard to do that, though, when you're down 3 scores.
I know I would be a little bit antsy.
Trap.
Starnes it up.
Yeah,
Hand
right.
off to Palacios around the right side. He's got some room at the 35, the 4,
That's
at the
a hold. That's
35-30.
Ooh.
No flags on the play.
No flag. Yeah, I think they got away with one there, but
Palacios may have taken a shot there as he's slow to get up. Yeah, we've got a timeout on the field so they can check on him. No flag.
They've got some quickness on La Quinta.
La Quinta's got some very quick athletes.
Sorry.
Wait, I thought you were like, let's wrap me up. I'm ready to go.
no, she's going to give Mr. Nurk a run for his money.
I think so.
Wait till next week.
Oh, getting both of them in here, Dave, we can just take the night
Dueling,
off.
Yeah.
So that'll be our bye week.
Nah, we need you guys up here. We need you guys up here.
Yeah. You guys have the Lobo connection.
We do. I was at Los for 7 years.
Oh, and the hair connection.
And the hair
They're
connection.
the Husky
I was
connection and the Lobo
principal
connection.
over there for a
Yeah.
couple years, yeah. Mr. Nurk and I.
Starnes on the carry, gets deep into Bolsa territory. You're going to have that ball at the 11-yard line. Oh, no, the 16-yard line. Sorry about that. Minute and 53 seconds left to go here. Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School football. Dave Lamelli and David Mora here, joined by Dr. Stephanie Heflin. And yeah, so we've alluded to it, but next week we will be covering Los Amigos and Rancho, which was going to be the battle of colossal undefeated teams until Corona came into town and took care of Rancho. And then Estancia just added insult to injury with a 7-point win last night.
Well, I hope I'm wrong, but I haven't gotten any updates from Los Amigos, and sometimes that's not a good sign.
It's not that Ocean View team.
Ocean View team, again, very physical.
Yeah.
That's something where Los Amigos has looked excellent so far this year, but going against the physical Ocean View team, you never know.
It's true.
And a lot of times that 5-0 makes you feel like you're a lot more unstoppable than you really are. Let's just hope that the internet's down over there in Huntington Beach, right? That's right. It's in Huntington Beach.
It's
It
at
is.
Ocean View, yeah.
There's another game going on at Mansour Stadium, but we won't drop an update on that one. Starnes around the right side, still on his feet at the 10-yard line. Finally taken down. So La Quinta putting together a drive here, but just the way this offense chews up clock.
Yeah, they gotta try to get one more play on this side of the quarter here, and you see that Jackson Clark sprinting back in, so they are going to get that extra play here on this quarter.
And then you just have to hope that your defense can come out and make a stop or two. Although,
yeah, if Bolsa scores again in this game, it's over.
It's
whether La Quinta scores here or not.
that last drive with the ball at the 6-yard line was kind of tough. Here we go, Palacios around left side, beautiful block there.
Get through.
Palacios fighting for extra yards, gets down to the 6-yard line or so.
There it is.
That's the end of the third quarter here. Bolsa holding on to a 21-point lead over La Quinta. Not a score we really thought was going to happen. We thought it was going to be close. I thought it was going to be at least a 2-touchdown swing the other direction. But nonetheless, here we are, fourth quarter. Dr. Heflin,
Yep.
we're going to let you go.
Yep.
You got to get out there and
I've gotta get
make
out
some
there.
visits and, go have some fun. Get your weekend started.
Yes, we actually, the John Reynolds Foundation that takes care of our pups, our therapy pups through Garden Grove PD. The foundation's having a huge night tomorrow. It's a It is a casino night at the Gem Theater in downtown Garden Grove. There are still tickets available. You can jump on their website if you are interested. It's a $50 entrance fee, and all the proceeds go to supporting our therapy dogs, which serve a great purpose in our district. We have 3 pups, Hart, Misha, and Nellie, and we have just seen so much growth around goal 2, our personal skills.
Yeah, there we go. Take notes.
Got that? Okay, goal 2. And we've made so much growth, and a lot of that has to do with our dogs and our pup program that we have through the foundation. So we couldn't be more pleased.
Speaking of, there we go. We've got Hart on the screen.
Yeah,
she's still there.
There she is.
There she is working.
She's working. She's going to be out in her 20s attire tomorrow night. That's the theme. So she will be out there dressed to impress, get all those people to donate money and give to the foundation. So it's a good night. It's the 2nd annual. We had our first one last year. It was super successful. So we're looking for the same thing tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, go put it all in red, right?
Yep. That's right. All on red. All in red. Let it ride.
There
all right,
we go.
friends. I appreciate you both. Thank you for being here. Thanks for helping out over here.
Vincent and
Vincent, Kaylin. Good job.
There we
And
go.
I'll catch you guys next week.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
All right. Have a great 4th quarter.
Thank you.
Kaylin will get back on the action here.
Kaylin missing a play here. Don't worry. They knew that there wasn't a camera. Thank you to Dr. Heflin, friend of the stream, big supporter. Without her, we would not be here.
Yeah, we are very fortunate. Again, she is our assistant superintendent in charge of secondary education, and she is a big athletic supporter. She is an athlete herself, a college basketball player, and so she knows a lot about sports, and we appreciate having her leadership with us. All right, big 4th down here for the Aztecs. Got to get a score here to stay in the game. Get a toss play. Cooper Starnes, he's going to get in.
It's going to be touchdown, La Quinta. So there we go. They cut this lead now down to 15. I'm not going to jinx it. It's 15.
So again, still plenty of time for La Quinta, but they have to get a stop on this next possession. If they do not get a stop, if Bolsa scores again at any point in this game, I don't think there's enough time for La Quinta. So their defense really has to step up on this next possession, get a stop, and let them grind out with the running game to try to get another score. Ooh. So we got another offsides here coming against Bolsa. We'll see if La Quinta takes the penalty yardage here. Again, the thought behind that a lot of times is when you get pushed up a little bit closer, it actually makes the angle of your kick a little bit more difficult. So we are going to see, and again, Coach Stewart has declined that. They just want to kick from where they normally kick from. Oh, that kick is no good. We blew our streak.
Oh, a dinker off the left upright.
Well, we were talking about all night. We did jinx it. That's our fault.
Hey, that was 3/4 of great special teams, though.
I promise you, we will not mention that again on any stream. Just let it play out.
Let it ride. Nevertheless, Bolsa 35, La Quinta 20.
Yeah, I don't think you onside here. I think you just keep going with what you normally do. Field position is going to be a big thing finishing out this game, but let's see. Maybe Coach Stewart has something up his sleeve for
Yeah,
this.
Bolsa's certainly not lined up in their normal kickoff return package here. Only Haley back there, and he's lined up on the right side. As they're creeping up. Yeah, they're expecting something here. Oh, yeah, they went onside. Bolsa's got it.
Navarro with a good sure hands there. Again, quick update. Pacifica, again, running away against University as we expected. It's 42-0, still in the 3rd quarter, so they're going to end up with a running clock there. So a great opening game for Pacifica in the Omicron League. Again, we saw, we've spoken about Los Amigos being the higher team in Cal Preps than Pacifica. I'm sure Pacifica is looking at that saying, no way So this game where the point differential, I think, is going to be in Pacifica's favor over Los Amigos and University.
That might just boost them up. That's a 4-point something. It's over
A swing.
Over 4-point swing there. 4.7. Yeah, so or 4.7. The math, yeah, they're 4.7. Trying to do the math with the negatives in front of it is 2 negatives equal a positive. So
good delay game. So again, not what Bolsa wants coming out here. Exactly what La Quinta wants. No time off the clock at this point, but they're getting backed up. Bolsa has had success tonight with quick routes, now routes, just throwing to the receivers, letting them make a man miss. I think you stay with that now. We do have an empty backfield here.
Zarate in motion. Quick little pitch
fly,
around the right side.
Fly action. Wow.
Still on his feet. 50, 45.
Yeah, you cannot have that if you're
Fumble.
La Quinta.
Fumble. No. That's a fumble, Dave.
It is.
Bolsa,
and you're right.
let's
They've
go.
signaled it out. Wow.
Let's see what happened here.
Wow.
You see Zarate going around the right side, getting a big gain on the play. And that was just ripped out. It looks like Palacios ripped that ball out of his hands.
Yeah. Well, huge momentum changer for La Quinta now. Getting exactly what they want. They are now down 2 scores. That extra point they can make up, obviously, with a 2-point try. But little time taken off the clock. They have the ball back. This is exactly what La Quinta wants. They can take their time on this drive. No need to rush at this point.
It's a huge turn of events here. They could get this lead, this Bolsa lead cut down even more.
I don't think we'll do it here. A lot of times teams try to take a deep shot here. They didn't. We're back to counter action.
We're on the right side, still on his feet.
Ooh, almost broke it.
And just thrown down by Nathaniel Fiaputa. It's a first down for La Quinta. It looks like they've got a little bit of fire going now, a little bit of motivation.
This La Quinta team, they have experience with this. Again, not having a comeback at all this year, but last year they had a couple good comebacks. One of them was against Los Amigos. So again, this La Quinta team typically not very good in quick tempo situations, but they do have some comebacks with these underclassmen last year that are now seniors.
Ball at the Bolsa Grande 46-yard line. Jackson Clark handoff to Cooper Starnes up the middle. Still on his feet. Ball at the 30-yard line. So this is exactly what La Quinta needed here. And oh, he has probably just a little knee to the helmet maybe, or helmet to the knee.
What do you see?
Starnes came up a little bit gimpy on that one, but he probably just had to just walk it off a little bit. So just like that, clock not becoming a factor for La Quinta.
No.
They just took control of the clock situation. Now he's rolling out to pass. Jackson Clark has a man, looks to his left side. Oh, just overthrown. That one intended for Palacios. Brings up second down here for the Aztecs.
We do have an update. Los Amigos is up 14-0.
There we go.
So the Lobos are actually, they are up in that game, 14-0. Again, closer game than what they've had the last couple weeks with Ocean View. That's what they're going to expect in that Sigma League. But so far, so good for the Lobos.
Cal Prep's giving the Lobos a big boost in their projection, 38-8, looking like they might they might fall short of that one.
I didn't think the game was going to be that big of a gap there. Again, I think the Lobos should win that game, but 35 points, I don't know.
Quick pitch to Palacios around the left side, still on his feet. La Quinta getting big chunks of yardage on this drive.
Yeah, I know Bolsa doesn't want this, but we are seeing the formation and maybe a classic ending to this classic rivalry here.
Haley with a little bit of a late push there. Palacios looked like he was already out of bounds. Bolsa might want to watch that, especially this deep in their own territory. The Quinta crowd now really fired up. They haven't been actually quiet all night. They've been having, they've had this same energy even when their team was down. Pitch out to the right side. It's going to be Cooper Starnes. He got around the edge this time, almost. Gets it into the 5-yard line. It's like a hamstring.
I'm going to love to say this name, but Thor Oliver, I thought, great job there. Stretching that play out. He was the edge defender there, but again, stretching that play out, got into a one-on-one tackle against Cooper Starnes, able to take him down. Those are the little things that don't get counted in the stats very often. They don't show up on highlights very often, but they're the things that win you ball games.
Starnes out of the game. It looks like it might just be a cramp. He just went down and laid on the sideline.
Well, remember, he's a big part of their defense too, so he doesn't get much rest, if any at all, during this game.
Let's see whose number they call now with Starnes on the sideline.
I think we're going to see Palacios here.
Augustine Hernandez in for Starnes. Palacios around the right side. Can he get in?
No.
Beautiful job by Bolsa, just setting the edge there.
Again, that time, that was Jacob Ortiz setting the edge. Didn't get the tackle, but he's the one that turned him back out.
Microphones do a good job of picking up noise here. So here we go. Let's see what La Quinta decides to do. No Cooper Starnes still. Here's where he would have been good and do one of those little trap plays.
Let's see if they go to Tran here, number 2. No. Oh, wow. That was broken play. Somebody misread that there, but Bolsa Grande almost had that ball right in their hands. I think that was Jesse Hernandez, right? That almost had that ball pop right into his hand there.
So now, of course, 2 down territory here, 3rd down. 8 minutes and 26 seconds left to go here, clock running.
We do have Cooper Starnes back in. I would imagine he's getting the ball on these next 2 plays.
I'm sure Bolsa is expecting the same thing, so it's just going to be who's going to want it more.
Yeah, that's going to be a penalty. It
Yep.
should be.
Palacios was running. It's going to be no touchdown and no penalty.
No flag, but yeah,
That's
they
at
were
the 1-yard line.
They were not set. They had 2 men in motion. They'll get away with it. Again, it looks like they're going to come up quick. Jackson Clark already there, but he's got them huddled up. So just make a quick play call here. They'll take their time getting set up. I would guess we're going to see an inside run here.
Here we go, 4th down and 1 for La Quinta, looking to cut into this Bolsa lead.
Just give it to Starnes and let him carry some guys in.
Palacios in motion. It looks like
Toss.
an offsides. That's a flag on the play. Offsides La Quinta.
Have an injury. So, yeah, we have a procedure against false start against La Quinta, so they're going to be backed up. This is big. This is now going to be a 4th and about 6. So, yeah, 4th and goal from the 6-yard line. Another cramp for a La Quinta player, but this is now a big play here.
Might not be, I mean, I guess it's not too early to call it a play of the night, but it's going to be one of the plays of the night if La Quinta.
For La Quinta, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a must convert here. They have to score on this play.
So let's see. This is going to be very interesting to see what La Quinta draws up here. They had some fantastic field position as that La Quinta players running off the field under his own power. That's number 51, Princeton Trung. Ball at the 6-yard line. So essentially 4th and 6 here for the Aztecs. Here we go. Could be the play of the night for the Aztecs. Palacios in motion. Clark takes the snap. Pitch to Starnes. He gets almost tackled in the backfield. Is he in the end zone?
He is.
That's going to be a touchdown. La Quinta. Just power on power right there.
Let's see if La Quinta's going to go for 2 now or wait until their next score. Looks like they are calling. Yeah, they're going to go for 2 now.
So maybe the second biggest play of the night here.
Well, this is big again because if you do not get this conversion here, it's still a 2-score game.
Last year, this game was decided by 7 points, I believe.
Yeah, this is, again, if the last play was the play of the night for La Quinta, this is number 2 for sure. This is a huge conversion.
They don't get this, and they're down by 9. Quick handoff to Starnes, up the middle. He's going to get stopped.
I think he got in.
Did he get in?
He got in, yeah.
No signal yet. No, they're saying no.
Wow, the far side official, I thought he had him spotted inside, but he never put his hands up, so.
Tough break for the Aztecs.
Big stop for Bolsa Grande. Again, now you're looking at a 2-score, so you got to have 2 more possessions. Again, with the way that La Quinta has their tempo, I don't know if they have 2 possessions in them.
They're going to have to get a defensive score here and then hope to get another defensive stop. I don't know. The way you just try and draw it up, it just seems almost impossible here.
Well, it's interesting what we're going to see from Bolsa here, too. Conventional thinking says that, hey, they're just going to run the ball. That hasn't been what they've done tonight.
No,
they've had a big passing game, and the short passing game has been their running game. But, yeah, let's see what they end up doing.
I'll say this, Dave. We've seen Coach Acosta over the years, and Coach Acosta isn't the guy that just goes complacent in football games.
Right. He's very aggressive.
Yeah. Another onside attempt. It's going to be close, but nope, Bolsa is going to get this football. Their last drive ended in a fumble, which led to the La Quinta touchdown. 7 minutes and 2 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Rivalry games, they just bring out the best in both teams. I've told you those, we told you at the beginning, the records do not matter.
Yeah, the losing team is not going to be happy at the end of this. But, again, I think from our vantage point, we're having a good time here. This is a good, fun, close environment. We like the rivalry here. Certainly a good game to watch.
And if you're Bolsa, what better way to, win a game against your rival than by giving them their first loss of the season?
Right. Again, empty backfield.
Zarate in motion.
Play.
Yep, Zarate gets it, cuts it up the middle, still on his feet at the 40. Oh, he takes a big hit. Cooper Starnes, let's hit that replay. See Bolsa lined up in trips left. Zarate goes in motion.
Yeah, and they had run this play. This I believe, was the turnover play that they had where they got it.
And he took that one around the big play. Good job, Cooper
Big
Starnes.
hit by Cooper Starnes. I think at the end of the night, if La Quinta ends up losing this game, the big story is going to be tackling. They were not able to tackle consistently on the first defender that comes up. We saw that there on that play as well, too. That's going to be the story, in my opinion, for La Quinta tonight.
Haley in motion. Quick handoff up the middle. Good field by the Aztecs. So Bolsa doing a little bit of a conservative job here, but gaining yards. So both teams with all of their timeouts, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Here goes second down and about six or 7 yards to go here for the Matadors. Clock running. Less than half the time to go here in the fourth quarter. Pitch to Bell around the right side. Gets maybe a gain of about 3 yards. It brings up third down.
Yeah, so looking at things hold true here, if Bolsa's able to hold on, you know, that obviously every game in the Tango League could be close at this point, but switching gears to now their big game with Anaheim might be the game that decides a league champion, and that is week 9.
Until someone else comes and just upsets everyone. Bell around the left side, still on his feet. He's got the first down, taken down at the 20-yard line.
Well, again, we do have 3 of our schools here in this league, in the Tango League. And again, we saw that the last several years in the Garden Grove League that there was so much parity that it was never who you thought was going to win it. There's always something that happens there. So you're right. If Bilsall holds on here and they end up as quote-unquote the league favorite along with Anaheim, they might lose to Santiago. You know, if they lose to Santiago and it throws a wrench into it, La Quinta still might be able to have a chance at a shared league title.
And we're talking about Anaheim as if we know that they won tonight. We don't know what's going on there.
No.
They could have been on the losing end. I'm not sure who they play. I know Santiago's got Costa Mesa. The Loera most likely then is who they're playing. Is that Haley up the middle, still on his feet. Gets taken down, maybe a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play.
Well, we do have an update here. Speaking of Santiago, 24, Costa Mesa 16. So Santiago up 8 points right now over Costa Mesa. So again, the Cavaliers,
they could be getting hot at the right time.
They could. They're throwing a wrench into that too. They want to be considered for the Tango League title as well.
Yeah, so Anaheim is playing Loera. That's the 2 teams out.
Talk about throwing a wrench if the Loera wins.
Yeah, they would. You know, we like chaos, so hey, let's go Loera. But that would just prove that these Cal Preps, using these Cal Preps rankings is a really good idea. Bell takes that one around the right side. He's got the first down and some. Flag on the play, though.
Looks like holding. Again, talking here, that Pacifica game did go final, 42-0 Pacifica.
Of course, Pacifica the favorite in that league according to OC Varsity. You know, so let's, you know, we look at these rankings here, and right here in the middle, you've got Rancho at 34.6. Garden Grove, I believe, was a 35.3. La Quinta, I think they were 35.5. So, you know, if things like that hold true for the next few years or so, you might have Rancho and Garden Grove back in the same league with La Quinta.
And again, the way they figured that out is it is a 2-year ranking. They assign 65% weighting to the most recent year and 35% to the previous year. So the results we're seeing now will actually be the 35%.
Which is good for
a
a lot of these senior heavy teams. Fake to the left side, then pass to the right. It's going to be complete. Still on his feet.
Yeah.
That was Eddie Zarate on the reception.
All right, we get a timeout. La Quinta, they're starting to take those now at this point.
I don't know. It might be too little too late at this point.
I think it is. I think I am heading down. I think I'm going to be taking a Bolsa Grande picture here for the win.
I believe so, yep.
So, yeah, we'll see you guys next week, at least from my standpoint. Again, we're looking forward to that Los Amigos and Rancho game. Looks like we have a big win for Bolsa Grande tonight. Again, La Quinta's still in the running, still has a chance to bounce back. They can still control their destiny, obviously winning out, but good statement tonight by the Matadors. So enjoy your nights, everyone. Have a safe weekend. We'll see you next week.
There we go. Dave Mamelli, of course, joining me up here, bringing you all of the expertise and the ins and outs and the X's and O's. Make sure you follow all the great work he does at GGUSD Athletics on Facebook, on X, formerly known as Twitter, and on Instagram. And visit GGUSD Athletics for all of the pictures that he takes. He puts them up there. You can have them download the high-resolution files for your keeping. They are all for you. He does them for you. And he serves the community very well. Britton passes over to the right side. That's going to be complete. still on his feet. I believe that might be Zarate on the reception. No, it's going to be number 2. And let me get a name for you, Jacob Ortiz. Clock running here, and it looks like it's just going to be a formality. Bolsa will most likely score here to really put the game away. I really thought this was going to be a magical season for La Quinta, that it was all going to come down to those final weeks. But hey, it's football. That's why you got to play the games. First and goal for the Matadors from the 2-yard line. La Quinta fans earlier doing the "I believe we will win" chant, and now the Bolsa fans doing it, and I honestly believe the Bolsa fans a lot more right now. Because it looks like they are going to be winning this game. Got a flag on the play, so a little bit of a holdup. Let's see what happens here. Bolsa lining up with 2 wide receivers. They got a pistol formation going on here. Britton looking to pass, throws that one over the middle. That's going to be incomplete. No flag on the play, even though Bolsa receiver fell to the ground there. Second down and goal here for the Matadors. 1 minute and 51 seconds left to go here in the game. No pressure for the Matadors to score here. They are up by a healthy amount of points here. Barring some crazy turn of events, they will be winning this game. That play not getting into the end zone, but they get closer, probably at the 1-yard line. It's going to bring up third down from the 1-yard line. That clock has stopped. We have a timeout. Here we go, Bolsa coming out for a 3rd and goal play. La Quinta trying to stall the inevitable here. Handoff, Haley, left side, touchdown, Bolsa. Game, set, match. Bolsa extending this lead now 41-26. As they will be going on to win this game. Their record improves to 3-3, but the all-important 1-0 in league. And Mikey Haley a little bit shaken up on that play. Looked like he may have tweaked his leg on that play. And he's running off the field, or jogging off the field under his own power, so that's good to see. Haley had a good game today, along with Connor Britton. Navarro with a fantastic job. He had well over 100 yards receiving. That PAT is good, so 42-26. Matadors up on the La Quinta Aztecs, and if my math is right, they doubled up the Aztecs, leading by 26 points. La Quinta fans slowly heading for the exits. No doubt trying to beat the traffic out of the stadium. Bolsa celebrating their 7th PAT, Dave Mamelli says. They were tracking also. So PAT is an extra point, a big focal point here to start league play. Minute and 35 seconds left to go here. The two Michaels in the backfield, or in the back of the, they're going to return the kick. They're back deep. Deep kick into the end zone. So not only did they go 7 for 7 on PATs, but they kicked this one into the end zone. So it's going to be first down and 10 from the 20-yard line here for the Aztecs. Minute and 35 seconds left to go here. Hopefully La Quinta just decides to run the ball, but most likely going to be trying to pass to get a touchdown here. Clark drops back to pass. Let's now go to the left side. Just throws it. That's going to be intercepted by Bolsa. And it looks like that's going to be a touchdown. And that is definitely the icing on the cake. Touchdown, Bolsa. Wow. That extends that lead 48-26. So La Quinta having to go away from their bread and butter, which is the run game, and throwing an interception that led to a touchdown here. Now a minute and 24 seconds left to go. So it looks like that PAT was missed, so it's 48-26. So streak over. But you got to be happy with the score. 48-26, minute and 24 seconds left to go here in the football game. Bolsa Grande winning this rivalry matchup. Third win in the rivalry in a row in the last 10. It's 6-4 in La Quinta's favor, but next year's a new year. Bolsa probably going to look to even things out. This kick is going to be returned. Palacios gets it at the 5-yard line. He's at the 20, gets taken down at about the 24-yard line. First down, La Quinta. Minute and 18 seconds left to go here. Again, hopefully La Quinta just decides to run the ball here. La Quinta now in their bunch formation, most likely going to run the ball here. Just a quick handoff. Actually, no. Clark keeps it himself, going around to the left side, or the right side. Flag that late might mean unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. As we await the call on the field. Face mask on Bolsa, so La Quinta going to go 15 the right way. Got an injured Matador on the play. The Matador player walking off the field under his own power. Clock running, thankfully. Going to get under a minute left to go here in just a bit. La Quinta most likely just going to run the ball. Little pitch to Palacios around the left side at the 40, 35, 30. And gets brought down. Pushed out of bounds, or actually first down, so the clock will stop. Actually, clock running, so he stayed in bounds. Just a handoff. Actually, a keeper by Clark around the right side. He's going to run out of bounds and stop the clock. 15-yard gain on the play. Clark keeps it himself one more time, this time towards the middle of the field. So the clock won't stop, and it looks like this game is going to finally be over. The Bolsa Grande Matadors cruising to a 48-26 victory over the La Quinta Aztecs. Aztecs record falls to 5-1, 0-1 in Tango League play. Next week, La Quinta, I believe, takes on Santiago, and Bolsa will take on Loera, or vice versa. Either way, for Dave O'Malley, I am David Mora. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. Join us next week. We will have Rancho and Los Amigos in their second game of Sigma League action. We'll see you later.